What's up, people? Let me skip this. How's everybody doing? Okay. Everybody doing all right tonight? What's up, Lady London? Hold on a second. I got somebody. We may get some. We may get something interesting going on here. Let me do this real quick because I got somebody who's a bunch of. I don't give a fuck about this. What's up with y'all? Hello, good evening. Yeah, I told y'all I was gonna go live, man. But I have somebody here who is talking about. Let me see if they want to come on. I ain't gonna tell you who it is, but he got somebody who may want to come on here. So let me just let them know. Let me call real quick. I don't want to just put them on blast. Let me see if they want to come on and talk. The wrong number. Okay, let me do this. It says, yeah, let's go. Who is it? Oh, I ain't gonna tell you yet. Let me welcome. Oh, thank you for becoming a member, man. But let me try the number again. Let me try this. I put the wrong number in. I'm not gonna tell y'all who it is because somebody hit me up. That's crazy. People actually hit me up saying to call. I'm like, boy, oh boy, you know I don't need no drama over here. Let's see what happens. Heard you on early tonight? Nah, 9 o'clock is my time. You know what I'm saying? That's my time. But yeah, Sundays I try to go on a little bit earlier. But let me see. You know, I ain't trying to set nobody up either. But who knows? I know who it. Nah. We'll okay, I'll leave a message. 29499. Okay. 6 is not available. Yeah, the mailbox is full and cannot accept messages at this time. That's fine. That's fine. Let me do this real quick. We about to get the conversation going. I just wanna do this real quick. Hold on. I apologize. I didn't expect that. So I apologize, but let me see. Okay, here it is. Call in. It's my homegirl, man. All right, I'll leave it as that right there. We'll see if we get that surprise caller to come in. As multiple people were telling me, this person said to call them. So it's like, all right. Anyway, how y'all doing? Take a knee, man. Yeah. Hey, is it time? Answer the phone sometime. They will be. So I've been waiting on you. Hey, look, man, the internet strikes back. With everything that's going on with Big GWOAT. Who would have thought that people would be so insensitive to what's going on with the family situation? But I think when you look at what's going on, I think it's time. I'm hoping this case got a Hannah. I could call Hannah right now, but I mean, I'm not doing that, you know. In case Scott, I'm too busy to be reaching out and trying to. I just let them know, hey, if you want to call in, I go live at these times, and if they call in, cool. But with everything that happened, that's just like the internet. You look at how they're dealing with this whole situation. Like this should be a wake up call for Claressa Shields. You know what I'm saying? Because people just don't care. They're going all out on it, man. It's ridiculous, man. She said her back's hurting. Who said their back hurting? No, Claressa? Oh, yeah. Anyway, 929-839-0679. I want to hear from y'all, man. Do y'all think that Big GWOAT, if she's never realized the importance of stopping what she's doing and just focus on boxing, what little time she has left, because let's be for real, Claressa Shields isn't the same fighter she was in the beginning. All that talent, she threw it away. She decided to start drinking, start smoking, become a villain, to the point to where now they're going through a difficult time and the internet doesn't care. And that shit is, that got my attention. It made me think about it. So I'm like, if it made me think about it, I'm sure she's thinking about it. You know what I'm saying? Tennille says she brought it on herself. Yeah, you know, that's what I said. I'm not in disagreement with y'all on that. You know what I mean? You can't come out here expecting people to take a timeout. It's like in boxing. There's no timeouts in boxing. You got to roll with the punches. And right now, the internet is letting her know. No timeout. You're a boxer, right? So you should be able to handle what's going on. Ain't no timeouts. So don't expect us to take a timeout, because when we've been asking you to sit here and stop what you're doing, get back to business. Boxing. Really being the role model that many of us felt that you could have been. You know, try to sort those things out. Apologize to people. You know what I'm saying? It's okay to apologize. And that's what stops a person from just saying, look, man, I messed up. I'm asking y'all, 929-839-0679. I went live just to be here with the party people. So y'all call in and y'all tell me. And if the phone, for some reason I don't get it, call back. Sometimes you got to call twice for it to go through. But what's stopping Claressa, after everything that's going on, from just saying, look, I'm sorry. Hey, look, enough is enough. Can't we all just get along? Kumbaya. What is stopping her? What stopped people? Because I'm sure all of us at some point in time was a little bit stubborn in our lives. You know what I'm saying? I was when I was younger. I still can be. But I know when I'm wrong. And it took a while to get there. I can come and tell somebody, I'm wrong. I'm sorry. It's on me. You know what I'm saying? And once I do that, I'm done with it. You either accept it or you don't. I really don't give a frick. You know what I'm saying? But I have reached a point to where I can do that. It happened maybe like 15 years ago, where I was able to kind of, grow out of being, miserable and stubborn and shit. And I'll do that. What stops people from doing that? What's stopping her from saying, look, I messed up? Because I tell you what, if Claressa came out here and apologized, most people wouldn't care. But there are some that would be like, all right, she did that, whether she meant it or not. It ain't for us to sit here and say she meant it or not. Once she does it, it is what it is. But there's something stopping her from doing it. Could it be that she wants us to keep talking? She wants the internet to say whatever they're going to say, good, bad, whatever, it hurts her feelings, whatever. She don't like it, but at the end of the day, she rolls with it. Go ahead, call it.
Hey now, Hood, how you doing today?
I'm good. Mute your TV, man.
Oh, I'm sorry. I went to sleep up here, got about, what I'm supposed to be doing. I'm supposed to know better.
Yeah, what's up?
Anyway, did you see where the girl that left her sister in the damn Flint?
No, tell me about it.
This here girl that took Brianna over there. Brianna said she took over there so she could try to find Sharlita for her, I guess, in case Sharlita got with her, or either that was the plan anyway. But she was trying to get Sharlita to get a ride in the car with them, pretending like she wanted to be friendly so she could start some stuff up, is what the conversation I got out of Sharlita.
So you talked to Sharlita?
I talked to Sharlita, and I had sent you, because she said you didn't have her 248 number, so I left that on your message.
Okay.
And she ended up being where she's so hurt, she want to do something to somebody. I told her it's not worth it. You got to take care of your baby, so-and-so, so-and-so. Don't stoop that low. But she said when she goes so far, she can't help herself. I said, you can help yourself. Just don't do nothing stupid where you got to be all out your baby's life and stuff like that. You got one little baby at home that you got to take care of. Take care of your son. Leave that heifer where she at. But it's like she need to be talked off the ledge.
Who, Sharlita?
Yeah, you can hear where she's talking on
the live?
On the live.
Oh yeah, y'all know what I was about to say. I don't be on the internet like that. So she went live today?
Yeah, she went live today.
Yeah, I don't like hearing that.
She got on her nerves so bad because she tried to block her out of going to her grandmama's funeral. Go bring security up in there.
Yeah, I like Sharlita. I don't like hearing that she's talking like that. I personally like her.
That's what I told her. I had to straight tell her, and we talked, and we kept talking and kept talking and talking. But she told me what her issue is. She been like that all her life, but she says she ADHD, but she got an upped up situation here,
Mm-hmm.
She don't mind doing nothing to nobody. They do something to her, but she didn't appreciate that girl trying to keep her out of her grandma's funeral.
That now, if all of this, that's why Sharlita, I sent her a message. She calls in. I'd like to talk to her because let me tell you something, man. We talked about it last night for a little bit. Somebody else had called in. Man, when it and I said, y'all know I don't like to talk. So I'm not talking about the deceased. we're just talking about the situation. Man, at a funeral, you want to keep the positive alive. You want to talk about all the great things, you know, and remember the good things.
That's it.
You don't come in, even if there was something going on between the family, you don't.
That's what Sharlita said. She brought the handkerchief and was waving the white flag.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, we ain't doing this here.
Exactly.
We're not doing this here at my grandma's funeral.
But the thing is, that's where you just let them take all that with them. You don't create new drama. And it sounds like new drama was created.
Yeah. And that's why she said, that's why she gonna bring some security and call the police.
Damn, Auntie Cheryl. So have you ever seen anything like that in your time?
No, but I done seen people. I done heard about people. If I was in Detroit still, I probably wouldn't go to nobody's funeral because they take that shit to another level. They go to the funeral and shoot it up.
They go to
all that go be arguing at the funeral. You ain't gonna be arguing with me at no funeral. You can sit over there in the corner. You ain't gotta look at me. You ain't got to talk to me. But you ain't gonna be arguing with me at nobody's funeral because I'm not gonna do all of that. But see, sometimes you don't know, but something might click in your head and you might just have to do something for somebody. That was when I was young.
Right.
But now I know I can't be doing no stuff like that, but I don't even try to think about doing no funeral. Because just like I told my husband a long time ago, look here, anything happen to me, you go on and let me go over there and let them people work on my body and play with it, whatever they want to do, and let them have it. You ain't got to pay for nothing. Take that little $10 that you go get for insurance and take your trip somewhere. I'm not into all of that no more, but I understand. But I see how foolish these people are. Why do you got to go to the funeral? You could have did that before you got here. But Claressa did this on purpose, and her sister told on her. You seen the sister?
I haven't seen anything.
Left the sister and took the sister's suitcase out the back of the security man car and left her in Flint. Then to my, I'm gonna get you a ticket back home. No, you're not. The sister say, I'm getting the bus back to Atlanta. You're not getting me nothing. I don't want nothing from you. Because she always holding money, dangling money over her sister's head, you know. And her sister said she's going nowhere on no plane. She said she's taking the bus. She over there talking right now. It's something I was listening to. And she's drinking, you know. Drinking out the bottle, but she talking sense.
Yeah, someone
she stuck, and Claressa need a butt kick because it ain't like she had to be at no job at no certain time. This, tomorrow morning or whatever. She just doing this for clout. She ridiculous. And everybody I heard talking on that internet was saying Claressa need a butt kick once they get the message of what really happened. Because this don't make no sense at all. But she came there, then she taking up all kind of pictures. They ain't supposed to have no camera in the funeral home. She out there having photo shoots of people.
Oh, Claressa was?
Yeah. Then she turned around there and tell Sharlita that she had a PPO on her. Sharlita went downtown. That was Friday for the grandma funeral.
Yeah.
She done went to the police station. And it said, ain't no PP out on you. And it got the paper from the lady and had the lady, she wouldn't show the lady, doing the right thing. She wouldn't show the lady on the phone or nothing. And the lady told her, no, it's today's day, so ain't no PPO on you. She lied.
Somebody called in last night explaining that same thing, man. That's I don't understand what the hell's going on here, man. That's crazy.
Girl, she need anything for attention. Well, Papoose over somewhere in San Juan or somewhere. I forgot where he was at.
In Puerto Rico?
The boxing stuff with two. Look, they look like 20 people in the crowd over there with the other man, Win Man.
Yeah. They put Win Records put on a boxing event in Puerto Rico.
And he over there making him some money. So he could pretend like he ain't got he should have been with her at that funeral trying to make like she acted like a human being, but he couldn't do that because he loved when she acted out. That's all I could get out of it. Because he could have came on over there with her, went to the funeral and went on home. She ain't need no doggone security like Sharlita go jump on her. Sharlita ain't had no plans or nothing else, but what hurt Sharlita the most when I talked to her today, and I can just figure that could be me too. What hurt her the most is they interrupted her to be able to have her last minutes with her grandma.
Mm-hmm.
Then this heifer made like she gonna pay the rest of the money for the funeral and ain't paid nothing. Now they gotta put grandma all back in the refrigerator till Friday or till Wednesday or something. Then they can go bury her.
Mm. Yeah, man. I don't really know, man. That's
She getting worse and worse by the day. She think this is cute, but she getting worse by the day. Don't nobody like what she doing. Ain't nobody saying, hooray, Claressa, you did the right thing. Ain't nobody saying nothing like that. So Sharlita say all of them go to hell to her. She over there talking about all the uncles who ain't no good, doing bad things to kids and all kinds of stuff. She says she lighting them all up.
okay. Well, let me take some other calls, okay?
Okay, have a good night.
All
God
right.
bless you. But I gave you a number, her 248 number. I hope it came through.
Yeah, it did. I'll reach out to it.
Yeah, she wanted you to call her. I said you'll be I told you you'll be a sensible voice for her. So I'll be listening for later what y'all talking about and what they call it in behind.
Yeah, behind
God
the bushes.
bless you. Have a good day. And thank God we ain't got to go through all that right now.
All right, I'll talk to you.
Okay, have a good night.
Okay.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Love y'all.
All right. Call this other one back here, man. Phone's popping. Yeah, that's unfortunate to hear that those kind of things are going on. You know what I'm saying? Right here, let me call this person back. That's crazy. We'll see if Sharlita calls in, man. She's welcome to call in.
Oh, hello.
Hey, Hood Champion, how you doing?
Oh, hey, how you doing? I talked to you the other day.
Yeah.
When I'm glad you have this live about Claressa. Just a few things that hit my mind. I think Claressa brought the security because she's scared that them girls out there are going to beat her ass in Flint. I think that Claressa's a nasty person, and I think that she's burnt a lot of bridges, and I think that maybe it wasn't for Sharlita, but it was for somebody else. Or Sharlita, it was maybe for somebody else, because Claressa's a nasty piece of work. Okay, and I think that it's a shame that Pap loved her so much, and she's in this relationship with Pap, but he couldn't come with her to a family funeral. I hope that kind of love never finds me. That's all I have to. That's all I really have to say about that. I hope that kind of love never finds me, where I have a family member that passes away, and the man that supposedly is with me doesn't want to come to the funeral. Well,
what if they had a conversation and she was like, "Look, nah, Pap, it's gonna be too much, maybe drama," because obviously, if somebody has security there, that means that she was anticipating the worst. And maybe I'm trying to think if it's me as a man. And I'm like, yo, you got to have security and all that going on there. Well, I probably don't need to be there. Plus, remember back in months ago, they were talking about how there were certain guys out there. Someone called in from Beecher and was saying, hey, that, something about Papoose. So who knows? Maybe he's like, look, I ain't got time for all this. I got a commitment over here. The stuff that happened sounds like they knew it was coming. If it was something for Pap would have been there. He would have made it a point to be there if it was something that benefited him. Yeah, but that's why Remy left him. I was listening to another podcast. That's exactly why Remy left him, because he was no good. She walked right into that trap, and she was writing that song. She got this low life. See, all of these things are happening to Claressa because of who she is as a person. She's just a nasty piece of work. That's why she fell in love with this loser Pat. Okay, Remy was tired of him anyways. He's a loser. This thing about the this thing about the grandmother. I used to be like, I used to clown on Claressa and everything, and I didn't like the way people called her ugly, because I don't think she's ugly. But everything in her life is falling apart, because you know what? Nobody's going to bless you when you do evil like this. Just to be the kind of person that carries on the way she does and the decisions that she makes, is because she's just a nasty piece of work. She got a lot of soul searching to do.
I mean, you in the black community in Trump USA, and you got black girls hoping a white girl beat her ass. Do you know how vile you have to be to have other black women in this country hoping that a white woman whips your ass? Like, do you understand how degenerate of a human being you have to be? And I mean, it's just this whole funeral thing is just, honestly, Clarissa, Clarissa had the money for the security but couldn't pay for the funeral. Could you believe that?
We talked about it last night, and to me, somebody if money was an issue, the person, if you have multiples of millions, you would think they'd want to just take care of it. If not, the promoter or
Right.
somebody, hey, this is our flagship fighter. Let's go ahead and cover the
Mhm.
expenses. That way she can focus on the fight, and then maybe take it out of her personal fight night. That's how I think. But I
I
don't.
just think that for the person who was on their live calling people broke and bald and black, broke, black and
Yeah,
bald,
yeah.
that she would have been the first one to be paying for a funeral. Okay, she's sitting up there calling other young girls on her live, broke, black, and bald, young, visibly young girls, like teenage girls that get on her live are young and dumb. You don't do that, Clarissa. You're in your 20s. Okay, and you calling these and calling these young girls ugly, black, and bald, and all that stuff like that, and then get to a funeral, act like you somebody there, and don't pay no money. Oh my God, this woman is everything she's getting is coming to her. And honestly, to tell you the truth, like I said, and I'll let you go because I don't want to keep people's time. It's bad when you are in Trump America and black women are hoping a white woman beat your ass. I would really, really reconsider my life if that happened. I have never in my life had anybody sit up there and talk about, I hope she lose to this woman. And it's not even just bringing race into it like this. It's just how degenerate can you be when you have transcended disgust at that level? I mean, absolutely appalling. Anyways, thank you for having me.
Yeah, one second before you up and away. Do you think Clarissa should take? What do you think she should do then? Because we see
I
what
think
you're
she needs
seeing.
to go to God, and I think she needs to get on her knees and repent for her snake-like ways. That's what I think she needs to do. I think she needs to delete social media, and I think that she needs to move somewhere quiet. And I think that she needs just to pray and to have God open up her heart and her mind and leave this married man alone. That's what she needs to do.
Okay.
Because there is really no redemption for. Like what else is she going to do?
Right. All right.
She's losing all this weight. What is she going to do? She's losing all the weight. She's probably on GLP-1. Have you seen her weight loss? I called you the other day about it, and I'm like, dude, she's losing weight really fast. Look at this. She's it's just not good.
Okay.
And she's going to be even more bald because when you lose weight that fast, your hair going to fall out. So then what's she going to say? That's another thing. When her hair fall out from that quick, losing 40 pounds in 6 weeks, and you calling everybody else black and bald, that's exactly what you're going to be. You're going to be malnourished and bald-headed, and with that man that don't love you, all alone and broke. That's you. Anyways, that's all I have to say about that.
All right. Appreciate you calling in.
Thank you.
All right, bye. Boy, oh boy, man, she unloaded. Where are we at here? 615. I got all these missed calls here, man. Yeah, let me call this one back first. Yeah. Yeah, I have an opinion. And my thing is it's Hey, how you doing?
All right. I was just calling just to give a little insight. This is Vanita. How you doing?
I'm good. What's going on,
I was
Vanita?
just giving a little insight about Clarissa with the security.
Yeah.
I don't blame Clarissa for taking security. Because first of all, her cousin is crazy. Every time she get on them interviews, and she always getting on there talking about threatening what she gonna do to Clarissa and how she used to beat her up. And I'll be watching. That girl is crazy though. Anyway, she be foaming at the mouth and going all off and crazy. You can tell she on medication. If not, she need medication. She probably used to bully Clarissa when Clarissa was little, but she ain't letting it happen no more. She mad because she won't give her no money. Now, every chance she get, she be on here trying to assassinate her character and stuff like that, threatening what she can do, what she going to do to her. I don't blame Clarissa for having security. Because if she get into a fight with that girl, that could ruin her whole career. So I don't blame her for protecting herself. I don't see that as being scared. I see that as being smart. Now, I don't agree with her saying that the girl can't come to the grandma funeral. That's not nice. They all at grandma. But I can see her having security just to keep her far away from herself.
Right.
That part I do see.
Right. No, I'm tracking with you. I think the security thing, I don't really understand why she did it, but when I think about all the calls that have come in and even the texts I've received, and some of these people, I know who they are. Talk about people want to hurt her. People want to do things to her because what she's done. She's put a lot of negativity out there and challenged everybody. They feel like, hey, she knows she has to come somewhere. People are going to know where she's going to be at. That would be a great opportunity. Look, bad things happen at funerals sometimes. We've heard about some of the crazy things that have happened with people driving by and doing things, people fighting, acting crazy. So
all kinds of crazy stuff.
I can only imagine
disrespecting the dead.
Yep. I can only imagine if somebody is hearing these things, potential threats, and their mind getting the best out of them, and then they got to go there. They know they got to go, but it's like, shit, I don't know what's going to happen. But that's why I said maybe it's.
That's something wrong with that cousins to lead it up.
But this is what I'm saying. This is what I'm saying. But hold on. This is what I'm saying. It's probably time for her to take a knee and stop with the bullshit because you can't even go out there. Y'all can't even go out there to the funeral and everybody just, come together for that moment of time and just wave that white flag, be like, let's do this, get through it, and then go your separate ways. And then the next day, whatever. But even there, you got drama. That's what I said. For me, it's like, what other sign do you need that it's time to take a knee and stop the bullshit?
But I don't know if you remember the last time when me and you talked. I said that first of all, that girl needs to get off of social media. She needs to humble herself. She needs to dump papoose, and she needs to focus. She needs to get new management. Somebody is going to try to guide her the right way, and then she needs to also go focus on what's important. You're a boxer. Now you're doing all this other crazy shit. You smoking, you drinking, and all that. Before she ain't do none of that stuff. You got to get back. Like she her own worst enemy, and Papoose is her worst downfall. And she don't. And I'm not surprised that he didn't go to the funeral with her. And then there's rumors saying that girl that was on the runway with them that's pregnant. They said that's his baby.
Yeah, the internet says all kind of stuff, man.
Yeah, I'm not surprised though. I'm not surprised because then they said Remy even said that was one that he went when he went on the trip. He was with her. Remy even said that. But I don't know. Remy throw stuff out there, but a lot of shit that Remy throw out there becoming true.
Yeah, I do believe what little bit that I've seen and everything I've listened to you all. I do believe Remy speaks the truth.
Remy, she's not just saying stuff. I mean, at first I said, well, Remy just saying shit because she. They shit ain't go right. She got court cheat with the young boy and all that stuff. But then when I really pay attention to the stuff she say, and she be like, "I told you." The shit she say, everything is just coming to light that she said from beginning to the end. And who knows him better than her? She been with that man over 20 years. Who knows him better than her?
Right.
I think about that kind of stuff. But Claressa, I don't want to see her. She a young black girl. I wish her the best, but she messing her own stuff up. She her own worst enemy. She's her own worst enemy. She arguing 24/7 every fucking day on the internet, arguing with these people. Girl, you don't even know these people. My dad always said, worry when they stop talking about you. As long as they talking about you, you know you the shit. You know you in full effect. You know you at the top of the chain. You arguing with people that you don't even know because you don't like something somebody said. That's petty and immature within itself. You gotta focus on what you really need to be focusing on. That's your career. It's crazy.
Okay.
That girl every day. I don't know her. Every day that girl, she just get worse for real.
All right. Well, I appreciate you calling in. You take care, all right?
You too.
All right,
bye.
Let me get to this next one here. 44419. You call 419. I'm lining them off as I go. I'm not sure if I just called this one, but I'm going down one by one.
what's up, Hood?
Yo, chilling. What you got?
Man, good. Hey, look, man. You got a hot, man, burning up hot topic tonight. And it's a lot you got going on with this. And I'm gonna say this: I got to keep it boxing. And I know the personal side of this situation is really, really bad. I've known of people who've had to have security come to a funeral. I've known the circumstances they got, the threats that got so real that people, they had to do what they had to do. And some of these things could be and maybe are self-inflicting coming from Clarissa's side. Again, with that being said, you know what I'm saying, I think she got a taste of success, and again, I don't know her and I'm not judging her, but I think she got a taste of success, and I think she's seen others conduct themselves in certain ways, and she probably thought this might be a way to financially come up. Now it's done got over her head. You can put a little water and get it to your feet, and it don't bother you. And you get up to your waist and up to your neck, you start thinking like, man, I'm deep, and it's neck deep right now for almost up to the nostrils. So I feel bad for the way it is gone. Again, some of the stuff she's done to herself, I understand that. But she's still a child of God. We all are. We all make mistakes. We all go through our trials and tribulations. I think you're right. She would, and she's listening, or somebody in her family's listening. I'm not saying this to be judgmental to her or anything. Go to God. Ask him first. The Bible says, seek ye first the kingdom of God and all his righteousness. Go to him first. Ask him to help you. Then he can help guide you on what to say going forward. Because you don't need to put no more fire out there. You already there. The Von Gardner situation and now this. I mean, it seems like dominoes is knocking over and they're not stopping. So you got to understand, to be the champion that you are, there comes a time where you have to put the professional in front of your boxing instead of the boxing instead in front of your professional. Because all the stuff you're doing right now is taken away from what you built up. I remember going with my family, like I said, to see her movie. We've come a long way from that moment when we all praised her, and went from that to getting into it with Layla, to getting into it with almost everybody that's in boxing. And for a while, people enjoyed it because they thought it was controversial. Now it's getting to the point where you got to have security walking around with you. That's not a good sign. And I want what's best for her. Here's the thing: when it's all said and done, we don't want to see her crash and burn, and then we celebrate that. We shouldn't want that. We should want to see her change. But I understand she's got to want that. So I'm at the point now where, like I said, I got to keep it boxing because in my mind, I mean, until she makes the decision to say, you know what, maybe I don't went too far, I think she's going to find that she's going to have a short list of people that's going to want to mess with her. She had that incident with the one place, and they said she can't come back there no more. So, I mean, it's just a lot going on with her, and I feel like she's ruining her own career, and I don't think she understands that. I think when she said she had all this money and all this fame, she probably felt like, I can do whatever I want to do. I can say whatever I want to say. Well, no, to be who you need to be, you need to guard your heart, you need to guard your treasure, and you need to guard your reputation. And I feel bad for her, man, because now it's at the point now where this stuff became a public thing with her where everybody is gunning for her. She don't see it that way because she probably thought this is what makes her successful. What makes you successful is people love and adore you. And they want to be able to cheer for you. Shouldn't want to tear you down. But again, you're giving them the bricks. And they're going to throw them. Stop giving them bricks. If you want to make lemonade sweet, add some sugar. Put some love in what you're doing. I don't know what really else to say about this, Hood. I mean, it's a story that's not getting any better. And, ever since I met you, man, this story has done went from, a small pea into a big avalanche. It's at that point now where I really don't know where this is going to end. I want it to end good for her with her defending her belt. proving that she's one of the greatest boxers instead of going places and making more and more trouble for herself. Now, what do you think, Hood? Is this, can it get better without her saying anything, or do you really feel like she needs to make a public appeal to the people and speak and say, "Hey, I've been out of control. I need some help"? Would that give her damage control for her career? That's what
it may give a little, but I think that this is snowballed to a point to where she needs to take a knee. And like I've said a couple months ago, I only see bad things happening and death. Somebody gonna get killed, whether it's her or a fan, entourage, something going on at a gas station, something surrounding a Claressa Shields event or something with her. Someone gonna get killed. You can just look and see. The writing's on the wall that something catastrophic is coming. Something is coming, man. You know what I'm saying? So as far as what she need to do, that's why I'm like, yo, take a knee down. Take a knee right now. Take a knee. Stop what you're doing, because even when she stops, that doesn't mean other people are going to stop. You know what I mean? Because she's come out here and she's got under the skin of so many people and insulted and offended so many people. And she think this shit is a joke. This shit is not a joke. So that's the thing. You're going to be Al Capone. You better be ready to go all the way. But I think she need to take a knee now, because if so, there are some people who will eventually, like you said, if she get off the internet and just take a chill pill, things will somewhat subside. But there will be others that keep, churning things, But I think something catastrophic is coming. I said this months ago. Like the air is thick right now. You ever been out at a club or out in a certain area? The air is thick. You can feel the air get thick when shit start getting ugly, and that's kind of where I think we're at right now. So she may need more than just prayer. She got to stop and look at herself and help herself before she asks anyone or anything else for help, because this shit is out of control. And that thing about security, that should be the wake-up call. Anyone has to go to a funeral and bring security. That means things have got to a point to where you're no longer safe and you don't feel comfortable. Why are you not feeling comfortable? Look at the things you did. Take accountability. How'd you get to this point? You know what I'm saying? And if that's not going to be the wake-up call, I don't know what will.
I'm gonna tell you this, Hood. This might be the only thing that I think may be a help to her. There is a lady. She deals with these types of things. Ileana Van Zandt. I don't know if she knows her. I don't know if anybody on the line who knows who that lady is, but she helps people rebuild their life and help them fix some of their issues. Now, I'm not saying she has the answers, but she definitely is a step in the right direction. Ileana Van Zandt probably needs to step in and talk to her. She's a black woman herself. She's done dealt with, matter of fact, she was the one that talked to DMX before he passed with his son. It didn't really go too well. He was kind of upset because he felt like she overtalked him. But
no, shit, you're right. That would be an interesting conversation with her and that woman you're talking about. I know who you're talking about. That would be an interesting conversation.
Yeah, I really believe. And listen, if anybody's out there that knows Claressa, put that in her ear. Get on the show with Ileana Van Zandt, and maybe this could be a step to help her career. Because again, I love boxing. I love my people. I'm a black man myself. And you know what? The Bible says, how can you say you love me whom you've never seen and hate your brother and sister whom you see daily? I would love for her to find some help before what you said, Hood, comes to fruition, because that would be a horrible way for the only black woman ever, only boxer ever, to go out 2 gold medals, a movie, all the belts, undefeated, and throw it all away for nothing. You built up an empire. You don't want to throw it away. You want to keep what you got. And Hood, if you wouldn't, man, I know a lot of y'all, man, y'all know what my style and my stilo is.
Want to pray?
I pray. I want to pray. And I won't be long, and I don't want to offend nobody.
Go ahead, do your thing. I'll let you pray. You go ahead, man.
Heavenly Father, God, Lord, I ask you right now, God, only you know, Father, where this situation is going, Lord. I'm asking you, Lord, to touch, Lord, the minds and the hearts of everyone, Lord, to calm this situation down, Father. Bless the situation, Lord. Let Claressa see you in this situation. Let her search her soul, Father, and realize, Lord, she needs help. And if it is someone here, like Ileana Van Zandt, that will help her, Father, allow the situation to come and happen, Father. Bless this situation, Lord. Touch the families, Lord. make a way financially for the funeral, Lord, for the money that wasn't provided, that it will be provided, and let love abide. I thank you, God, for this space, Lord, and I give you all glory and honor and praise, and I thank you, Lord, also for this moment. In Jesus' name I pray. Amen.
Yeah, you're welcome. No problem, man.
Man, be blessed, brother. I will be in touch, man. I just happened to jump on, man, because I wanted to, like I said, man, it's like since I've been off, man, things have gotten worse. So with that being said, brother, keep doing what you're doing. I love your show, and I love the people you got on here, man, because they all bring a different viewpoint. And that's the thing. Everybody sees it differently, but God sees it one way. And I'm praying that she sees it his way before she don't see it no more. Y'all be blessed.
All right, man. Take care of yourself. Thank you.
Yes, sir.
All right, man. Yeah, that's my boy. He calls in from time to time, and every time he calls in, I let him do his prayer. You know what I'm saying? Which one was it? So let me see. I think it was this one right here. Let me call it back right now. Going down the line.
Hey, Hood, you hear me okay?
Yeah, loud and clear. What you got?
Okay, great. Good evening, everybody. So before I get into this, I just want to give a disclaimer.
Yeah.
All of them lost their grandmother, okay? So what I'm saying is on the topic. It has nothing to do with one person in particular. But I will say this. I have no feelings of sorrow for Brianna, and I'll tell you why. I'll start with her. Because you are a grown woman who never really had custody of your kids. So again, some people are just following this story now. I follow Claressa, like I always say, before all of this for years, since 2015. So she's had custody of those kids since they were babies. So as a mother, when you put that much dependence on a person, then your freedom of what you can and cannot do kind of it's in a chokehold. Brianna will be the same person who's on the internet defending Claressa for all of her nonsense next week. Y'all seen it before. So she only lashes out at Claressa when her and Claressa have a personal issue. And her personal issue was, which I really do believe Claressa in this particular point, she wasn't left. She wanted to stay. And as she said, you listen to her live, she says, I wanted to drink. You think I was going to come and not drink? And all of that. I have a total issue with that girl. I don't have respect for any mother who has multiple babies and put that on somebody else. Claressa was raising them kids when she was a teenager. And that should never been. So I'm going to start there. Then when it comes to Claressa, I think it's more of a respect she has of Sharlita. I don't think she's scared of Sharlita. I don't think Sharlita's scared of her. I think Sharlita, if you hear Sharlita, and out of all of them, the one I respect the most is Sharlita, because although she got her issues, they all are off the wall, to be honest. But Sharlita owns her stuff, and I respect that. Like, she's not a person who's going to get on the internet and just tell you about that one. She's going to tell you about her in clarity as well. But I think it's a respect thing that she has for Sharlita. I don't think it's a fear thing. And I think that Sharlita respects Claressa to a certain extent too. I think they all lash out at each other when they are upset about something, because Sharlita will defend Claressa too. I've seen it. So my thing is with that whole entire family, no, you should never deny anybody from coming to a funeral. And I agree with everything that Sharlita did. If you try to keep me out of any family member that I love funeral, it's going to be some heads getting rolled. So I totally respect everything that she did, everything she said. I do believe, though, you have to watch the family dynamic. Sharlita is so powerful that entire family turns. And when I say powerful, she is very intellectual. She's not just the rah.
No, she's smart. She's smart.
Yeah, she's very intellectual. But I think the whole family turns against her. Like she was saying today, even her father because of that, like because they know her power as an individual. You ever had that person in the family that's the black sheep, not because they do anything wrong, it's just because they keep it a little too real. I think that's Sharlita in that family. But when it comes to Claressa, and you know I'm no fan, I'll say this. When you put a person in that much power, that family holds Claressa on a pedestal. Too many grown people look to that girl as the crutch of their life. Now, should her grandmother been buried with no problem? Yes. If she's an $8 million woman, she says she is. I don't care even if you didn't talk to your grandmother, but this is a woman that you said has shrines of you. She should have definitely buried her grandmother. No question asked, wrote the check, and that's it. But my thing is that I keep saying this. Claressa is not as rich as she says she is, and this is a proven point. Because I truly believe if she had the money, she would have paid for everything. I think the issue is she doesn't have the money, and because she's a narcissist, and you know, I shout out to everybody who prays. I'm for prayer, all of that. But some people need an exorcist. And a narcissist is not responding to prayer. They need an exorcism first. You got to get them to the other side. She is the worst kind. And we keep talking about that. And I don't think people realize how bad it is. But she's not the only one that's a narcissist in that family. I see it in a lot of them, in a lot of the conversations and the people she put around her. That's why Pat is there. Narcissists like other narcissists, because neither one of them hold each other accountable. I will tell everybody, mark my word, today, a week from now, you're going to see Brianna on the internet talking about, don't talk about my sister, I'll break somebody, this for my sister, this for my sister, because she's back to the fact that I've got to go back to her and get money. I got to go back to her and make sure that my car is taken care of. I got to go back to her and make sure she pays my rent. Claressa said it. I'll cut you off. You should not be able to be cut off as a mother of multiple children from your sister. You should have your own means, your own walk, your own way. And the family as a whole, if you have a family that big, because it was a lot of them, okay? If all of them put up $100, grandma would have been taken care of. Period. So somewhere the family said, because Claressa has the money, and they put that accountability on her. That's why Claressa played them the way that she does, because they treat her like she is this god in that family. And it's not fair to the people who are like Sharlita, who I do feel all of them have issues, but Sharlita owns hers. I do feel that Sharlita right now is going through something. I think her hurt comes from not what Claressa did as much as how the family has turned their back on her during the process. Like she said, they out there taking photo ops and stuff like that with Claressa. Someone should have been in Claressa's butt, because it wasn't even Brianna at the church. She didn't get upset until Claressa got upset with her. And then she hit the internet button. Then she hit the live button. I watched that dynamic of them two for years. When Claressa first became pro, if you go back and look at one of the videos she did, one of the interviews she did in 2022, she's sitting down with another boxer, I can't remember his name, and she breaks down crying, and she says one of the hardest things for her at that time is that she has to take care of everybody in her family. This is way before Pat, way before the win money and all of that. That's a lot on a person, a normal person, but a narc, you making them even worse when you're dependent on them, because they hold more of the power. When someone has you financially at whole, it's one thing to have somebody mentally at whole, physically at whole, but when you can't even move away from them because they got you financially at whole, that is the worst. And Claressa knows that. And then the last thing I wanted to say, Pat. Now, I'm just saying, he has the option whether or not he wants to go to a funeral. I get that. But he chose to be, he was in Puerto Rico. So apparently we didn't know, Wynn had a whole boxing event over there in Puerto Rico. He only wants to be where it's lights, camera, and action. He has no desire to be the supporting boyfriend at her grandmother's funeral. And regardless of how we feel about Claressa, this woman, she did have love and respect for her at some point in life. She spoke about this woman years ago. This is not new. Like she is the one when they first put that lady in the facility who was financially managing it. And at some point she gave that up. And then I guess when the cousin Chris came in and started, doing the financial thing. But again, you won't know all of these things if you didn't follow Claressa and really listen to her. The girl used to do sound interviews. Like the stuff that she spew now and how she acts now, although she was always cocky, she was cocky as a boxer. She didn't present herself publicly. Although, if you go back to talk to some of the people from when she was amateur and stuff like that, she did narcissistic things behind the scenes, but she didn't do it on stage like she do now. On stage, she presented really, really well. On stage, she showed love and care and support of her family. Financially, I don't care how rich you are. I don't feel if I'm the rich one in the family that I'm responsible for every irresponsible adult. I'm going to help who I want to help. If I got somebody I want to send to college because they doing good, if I want somebody to take somebody and send them on a trip, if I want to put my grandma in a fancy home, if I want to buy my grandma's house, although she lost it again, all of that. I'm going to do that, but that's going to be my choice. I cannot stand where a family thinks that because that person is the wealthy one, she worked for, regardless of what we think of her as a person, she boxed her ass off to get where she is right now. That's how she's making whatever coin that she has or don't have. But when it comes to that sister, she only acts like this towards Claressa when she doesn't get her way. And I don't think that's fair. I don't think that's fair, especially when Claressa is raising your children. And then to say, what she don't do for your kids, she has Nene watching them. Well, she do have to have a professional life too. She do have to have a professional life too, but you're not there for your children. You on videos talking about how you can sleep who you want to sleep with, drink what you want to drink and all of that. You don't care about your kids, because I would have been on my first train back or whatever I had to do to get back to Atlanta to get to my children. But she doesn't think like that. So I don't feel sorry for her at all. The only one I feel sorry for in this whole scenario is Sharlita. Period.
And why specifically Sharlita? Because they tried to keep her from the event?
Yeah, because they try to keep her from the funeral. But Sharlita also owns her mishaps. She owns her mental illnesses. You know what I mean? Like, she don't come on here and act like she's perfect. You'll never hear her say that. And she is still protective of her family members when she has to protect them. It's kind of like, we can fight each other, but don't y'all come in here and try to fight them. If you say something negative about Claressa outside of like this actual moment or like in regular conversation when Sharlita is not upset about something, she's very still protective of Claressa. She's honest about Claressa. Like if you say something negative about her, like what everybody was saying, she slept with Andre, Sharlita said, I don't think she ever slept with Andre. I don't believe that at all. Like, she'll defend her. She's not one of them people like some of the other people who's been around Claressa. Like, there's one person y'all keep saying, I won't say her name, but she was an old friend of hers that I think take advantage of the fact that you used to be friends with her and you try to use it in an opportunistic way today. However, Sharlita is more of, that's my family. I can say this, but don't you say it. So that's why I say I feel for her. Like, even in the scenario, she said they was all supposed to ride in a car together. She realized, oh, okay, this might have been some type of setup or, some opportunistic thing that Claressa put together. But Sharlita is consistent in who she is. And to try to keep her from seeing her grandmother, the woman looked just like Sharlita, looked just like her. But to try to keep her from seeing her grandmother or anybody for that matter coming to a funeral because you have a personal beef, to me, that's grimy. What's even grimier is the fact that the entire family, including, you can even hear one of the uncles, I think his name was... One peanut. I can't remember his name, but the uncle, she kept calling his name and she kept calling him a pedophile. But the uncle is even telling her to go away. So you got all of these people, and that's Claressa's great grandmother. That was Sharlita's grandmother. Just treating her bad at that funeral because they want to kiss Claressa's butt. I feel bad for her, and that's the only one. But Brianna, I don't feel bad for her at all. Get yourself together. Stop drinking. Be a mother. Be a responsible mother. Take care of your own children, and your sister won't be able to dangle the carrot in front of your face every single time she gets upset with you, because that's the issue. The issue is that girl could not even come around her kids if Claressa did not have the custody of the children.
Yeah, somebody.
And that's the part people's missing.
Yeah, someone. It's G Unit. They just dropped $1.99. I appreciate it. They said she also kept Sharlita out the obituary. Did Sharlita say that they kept her out the obituary?
So Sharlita didn't even know it was an obituary until she seen the pictures of them holding obituary. So when Sharlita got there, they told Sharlita that there wasn't no obituaries. But today she did mention that her name wasn't in the obituary. But I don't know if someone told Sharlita that, because she didn't think it was an obituary, or if she just, finally saw one and saw that her name wasn't in it. But that's all, again, that's not just Claressa. That's another. Chris was in charge of that funeral too. So that's what I mean by that entire family going up against Sharlita. That's why I feel so bad. I feel so bad for her, because genuinely she has, I know she seems a little rough, but she has a good heart for her family. Like, she was there for Claressa. She has the details of Claressa diary. If that girl was very, grimy and really wanted to hurt Claressa, she could read every word of it. Every word of it. And she's not. She tries to hold back a lot, and I don't think people give her enough credit for that at all. I just think that people have to understand both sides of it. Yes, Claressa is a narcissist. Yes, she is an evil girl. But at the same time, them knowing this, they still go to her. They still give allegiance to her. That gives her more power. You are, what I say before, you are putting water on Gizmo every single time. And then she becomes a gremlin over and over and over again.
Right. All right. Well, I appreciate you calling in and breaking all that down, because, I'm just sitting here trying to process it, but I appreciate you, man. Thank you.
You're welcome.
All right. Take care.
Bye-bye.
All right, bye. All right. 404, I'm calling you back right now, 404. Yeah, 404. See, I'm going down the line. Doing a better job at keeping track of who calls in. And then I got another number here I got to call you. So 404, I'm calling you back. If you don't answer, I'll go to the next number, all right? But y'all call in, man. 929-839-0679. I will get to you. And that's crazy. Hello.
Hello.
Hey, Hood Champion, how you doing?
Doing good.
What you got?
I want to talk about the funeral just for a couple of seconds.
All right.
I have been I'm from a family of 9.
Mm-hmm.
And we have definitely had the unfortunate, deaths in our families. And we had sisters and brothers, at odds. Very at odds. And it wasn't about a PlayStation either. And we had to go to a funeral, all of us together. Now, some of us did not, because we knew, oh my gosh, here we go. But everyone went in there. Everyone went in the chapel. They didn't sit by each other now. Now, that's for sure. They didn't sit by each other. But they knew this is not the place, and this is definitely not the time. So I just feel sorry for her of what Claressa did to her cousin. To me, it shows no empathy, no sympathy. That was plain evil. That's just no way you can go around it. So that's the only thing I have to say. That nothing good. When this comes full circle for her, it's not going to be nice. Which I hope it don't. But you can't put these things in the atmosphere, not these type of things, and expect good to come to you. So thank you so much for listening.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you for calling in.
Okay.
All right.
Bye.
Okay. Let me get to the next one now. Okay. Calling you right now. Going down the line. Going down the lines. Okay.
Your call has been forwarded to a...
All right, so I try to call y'all back. 929-839-0679. Now, y'all know I haven't seen anything. I'm just going off of what was said last night, what y'all are saying today. And I'm gonna tell you, man, I've been to a lot of funerals. Back as an adolescent, things happening, friends. I've seen things, you know what I'm saying? But I've never seen a situation where nothing like this. You know, normally when you come out there, even if there's some tension, people, they don't act like that. Everyone will take a knee for that day to come together and celebrate the life of someone. You know what I mean? That's what I'm accustomed to. Now, some people may be on one side, some people may be on the other. Now, the next day, the next few days, the weeks go by, some people come together and they say, hey, look, this has all been dumb. Let's leave it in the past. Others keep the bullshit going. But I've never seen anything like this. Never. You know, and I'm reading the chat and I'm listening to the callers. And I have a good idea about, you know, the sister and what's her name, Sharlita. And I'm just trying to imagine, man, you know, trying to go somewhere. Just look at it this way. You got one, it sounds like from listening to y'all. Oh,
Safe.
I'm about to break this shit down. Go ahead, caller. You there?
Hey,
Yeah, you all right?
hey, what's
Yeah.
going on?
Yeah, what's up? You called?
Yeah, I did.
All right, go ahead.
I want to talk about. First, I wanted to say this when it comes down to Claressa. Claressa is not the type of person. You know, she have always been how she is now. It's just worse now that she has money. I have watched her interact with children. I have watched her interact with animals because she do have a dog that she keep locked in a cage. I have watched her react with her family. Now with Sharlita, I seen her live because I'm friends on Facebook with Sharlita, and Sharlita did come. Her last live on Facebook was she said she was throwing the white flag in the air when it came down to her and Claressa. Now, this was when the grandmother was sick. Because, mind you, when the grandmother was sick, Claressa didn't even take the time to come see the grandmother. She hadn't been seeing the grandmother in a while, you know. She hadn't been down there to put in a new place, a place that was clean or anything. She was saying these things on live. So, when the grandmother got sick, remember, well, I don't know if you know Hood, but when the grandmother had got sick, the only person that went took care of the grandmother and talked to the grandmother was Sharlita.
Right, I remember hearing that.
Yeah, Claressa had went to Aruba with Papoose. She didn't even stud to go see the grandmother while she was sick. She didn't. All she did was post something and said, "Oh, pray for the family," and this, that, and the third. And then her cousin came up under that post and said, "Well, I've been calling you, but you haven't picked up the phone." But it's crazy because she had the nerve to keep the person that was going to see the grandmother and taking care of the grandmother to try to keep her at the funeral. Now, let me tell you why she brought the security guards. It wasn't because she was afraid of Sharlita. I don't think that's why. And notice, because just like I said, I be on Facebook. I seen the last live before they got on the plane. I seen the last live of Claressa's sister. Claressa's sister had weave in her hair. It looked like she had just got her hair done. She had weave in her hair. But when I seen them catching the plane, And for the funeral, after the funeral, whatever, and she was on her live talking about what happened and how her and Claressa fell out. She had these little bitty plaits in her head. Now, I'm from New Orleans, and I know if I'm about to go fight, I'm not about to go with wigs. I'm not about to go with weaves. I'm gonna plait my own hair up. I'll put some cornrows in it, and I'm gonna go do what I have to do. So they had planned on. Claressa had planned on her sister jumping on Sharlita. The security guard was there to make sure that the sister didn't get beat up. Because just in case Sharlita was getting the best of the sister, she had the security guards that would probably go and stop that. So all this was a setup. You understand? Claressa knew that the cousin wasn't coming up for, to have anything going on, or she wasn't going to clown anything like that, because Sharlita waved the white flag for all of them to get along before all this had happened. It was just Claressa pushing that. The girl is evil to the core. She's a narcissist, and she's evil to the core. And prayer is not going to do anything for her. She needs an exorcism, like the last lady was saying.
Right. So, I'm listening to you, and this thing about being set up to get jumped or beat up at the funeral, I'm like, what the hell?
Yeah, because really, to tell you the truth, the sister was like, well, I told her, now this is why Claressa mad at the sister, because the sister was telling her, she was speaking with logic, at least the sister, even she is a drunk and all that, she do have a little morals, you know what I'm saying? She did tell her, you can't keep that girl out of her grandmother's funeral. You can't do that. Let her come in and see her grandmother, because that's her grandmother. We are only the great-grandchildren, but that's her grandmother. The same lady that she refused to go see. Some nerve, huh?
Yeah, but I'm sitting here thinking about what you said. They, of course, sounds like they're a little bit, uncomfortable with Sharlita because she seems a bit unpredictable and stuff. But to have them saying, hey, look, there's a PPO, you can't come in here, stall her, then the fact that the security's there, and Breon gets into it with her, it sounds like it's a whole setup. And then if it gets ugly, then they protect Brianna. But then if someone said the security knocked the plate of food out of Brianna's hand, and they weren't really kind to her. So, I don't know, but this whole thing is just,
yeah, this was after Claressa and her sister got into it. By then, she didn't need her sister no more, because her sister didn't do what she asked her to do. So after that, she didn't even want to be bothered with the sister no more. She tried to discard her. See, one thing about Claressa is she can't use you, she gonna discard you. I done seen that. You know what I'm saying? I have a sister like that. So I know how that goes. If she couldn't use her, she was going to discard. Because the first thing that the sister said was, you acting just like, what the friend is that she don't talk to no more? Nigeria. She said, you acting just like Nigeria. You know why she said that? Because Nigeria had got tired of doing favors for Claressa too. If you're not, it seems to me, if you're not on the strings with her, if she can't puppet you, then she don't have any use for you. You know what I'm saying? She tell everybody that she want to do things. Just like, remember, I don't know if you remember this or not, when she wanted somebody to go catch one of Remy's friends.
Yeah, I remember hearing about that.
Yeah, she sent the hit to go catch one of Remy's friends. And guess what? Sharlita is the one that she called.
Mm-hmm.
Every time somebody was on Claressa behind out there in Flint, she called Sharlita. And Sharlita went handle that. Claressa is really not no fighter. You know what I'm saying? It's just like, I have a cousin. I'm about to give you an example of what I'm talking about. Yeah. She is a boxer. I'm not saying that she can't box, but a street fighter, she is not. She will run. You understand? I'm gonna give you an example of what I'm saying. I have a cousin And my cousin, she can. I went to hair school, and I used to bring home these heads with the hair and stuff. You know,
Yeah.
they practice on
Practice,
those
yeah,
heads,
yeah.
styles and stuff.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking
I
about,
know what
right?
you're talking about. Yeah.
Okay, I have a cousin that could do the hell out of one of them mannequin heads. Oh, she can do the hell out of one of them mannequins. She can put any style she want to put in there. But a real person head, she will mess your hair up. You understand?
Right.
Because she is used to, she's used to doing something
Mannequins.
on a thing that's not a person. You
Yeah,
understand?
the mannequin.
So what I'm trying to say,
The mannequin heads.
Yeah, she used to dealing with a mannequin. That don't make her a hairdresser, does it?
No.
So a boxer don't make Claressa a street fighter, do it?
Well, no.
I'm just saying.
Nah,
I mean, you could take it or leave it, but I did hear Sharlita say that in a street fight, Claressa would run. You understand? And that's I took that because I have seen people that could get in the ring and box, because that's all we have is boxing gyms down in New Orleans. We have a bunch of boxing gyms. I've seen a lot of people get in the ring and know how to fight because that's what they do. That's an entertainment. That's what they do. You understand? That's what they practice. That's what they do. But in a real street fight where there's no rules, and there's nobody to stop.
No structure.
And you don't have 2 minutes you don't have 2 minutes to do what you have to do and go to the corner and get water and all this here. Hell no, it's a whole difference.
Right. I'm tracking with you. So what do you think? So what do you think should happen here? Is it time for Claressa to take a knee, or what? Because I think something catastrophic is coming. That's what I think. I think the comments coming is going to hit, and the impact is going to take a few people down. I mean, lives. I think somebody going to die. That's just me, and I ain't trying to scare nobody. That's just how I see it. There's too much shit going on.
Well, I heard she's going on Elanya, and that lady right there. She's not the type of lady that's going, you know how
the I know who she is, but who told you that she's going? Because somebody said she should go on there, but you heard she is going. Where'd you hear that?
Well, I didn't hear that per se. But I just seen in the comments everybody was saying that, so I thought that somebody had said that, and I thought that's where she was going. Yeah. But if she happened to do that, then Elia's gonna put her in her place. So I don't think that she wanna go on no show like that where somebody's gonna tell you how they feel no matter how you feel. Because Claressa is the type of person that want people to bend to her music.
But at the same time, now I'll tell you this, I talked to Claressa. Everyone in here knows that Claressa came out here and we spoke. And I was able to get Claressa to talk down like about 48 minutes and to settle her down and to get her to in some instances be normal to a certain point to where I got her to talk more than what people expected. But and I'm not someone who's on the level of, what's the woman's name? Ilyana? Okay, now you know what we're talking about. Yeah, go ahead. She's qualified. That's her expertise. Now, if I was able to get her to settle down, and I just have years of just talking with people, but there was a lot going on. If I was able to get her to listen and to at least, hear what I was saying, but she still wasn't trying to hear most of it, but she was able to settle down. She gave us more than what anyone else would have got out of her. This woman who's an expert and everything that's gone on with Claressa since she's come on my show, I think that woman will get Claressa to open up and probably break down and cry and everything else, because Claressa's under a lot of pressure. You can't make me believe that she doesn't realize that she screwed the pooch. She misplayed everything. She miscalculated everything. And right now she's sitting there and she can't, when she's by herself in her room, when Papoose ain't around, nobody around, and she in that empty house just chilling, that she doesn't get lonely and think about what the hell's going on. The internet gets to her. The negativity gets to her. She came up being insulted, bullied, berated, and now she gets it 100 times worse than what she got when she was younger. 100 times worse. But she created that. I think this woman that she did talk to her, I think that woman, they may have a breaking point to where Claressa would hit rock bottom during that interview. And then we would see this, oh shit, this girl here has lost the plot. She really does need help. But I still don't think many people feel sorry for her.
I have a sister that's like her. And guess what? My sister is a Pisces too. Now, I don't know. I'm not saying nothing about all Pisces, so I don't want the chat to get upset and be like, I'm a Pisces. I'm not like that, but I'm just trying to say I have a sister like that too. And let me tell you something. When I tell you dirty, dirty. And guess what? She do not sit in by herself and realize anything. What she do is she blame everybody around her and say, you know what, I'm going to cut this person off because this person did this to me and that to me. And guess what? Nobody did her nothing. She the one that do all the doing. So she don't take accountability. You're not going to get nobody that's going to sit and take accountability. You can't get her to take accountability. None since I've been on the internet watching you, because Hood, I've been watching you, I don't know for how long, and I know I was on that a day when she called and tried to pretend to be somebody else. I was up under the chat, you know. But if you would have said Pap, then you would have got her out of character.
Right.
Yeah,
she didn't want to talk about it.
On what it is you say to her, because talking about her attitude, she don't care nothing about that. You know what I'm saying? You can't have a conversation with somebody that don't care nothing about much what it is. You know what I'm saying? Her attitude, that's nothing to sit there and talk about or whatever. That's good. But once you would have mentioned, why did you befriend Remy? And was in her inbox befriending her and asking her for advice and all that, and turned around and got with her husband. How did that happen, Claressa? And she would have been like, you know what, hon? I'm not, you know what I'm saying? She would have went off on you. She would have went off on you. It depends on what it is you're talking about. You know, because like I said, she have her conversations picked and she have her subjects picked. And if you talking to her about the right thing, she'll sit there and she'll conversate with you. She'll get ignorant and rude, but, you know, she'll do that.
Right.
But as far as, if you mention Pap, then you would have seen a whole nother conversation.
Okay. Yeah. But I have a way that I could have pushed it without her going off. I know how to talk to people. And I had settled down during that interview. So I could have got more out of her, because you could tell she want to talk about things. You just have to know how to make her feel like she's right. You know what I'm saying? There's a way you can talk to someone, and it's called, I forgot the term, but it's something like soliciting information. But there's a way expert interrogators, they can get you to say things that you never thought you'd say through their training. But bottom line is, man, with her, we'll see. Maybe she need to talk to that woman, but the bottom line, I think she need to take a knee, because this is just bad. All bad, all bad. You know what I'm saying?
Well, she had a therapist that she wouldn't listen to. I found that out too, you know, allegedly. But you know, she had a therapist that she was talking to, and she talked to that lady crazy. I'm telling you, the only person that I really see that could tell her just about anything and get away with it is the man that she laying with, and that's it. That's that's how my sister is. That's how she is still till today. I haven't spoke to her in about 5 years.
Okay.
You know, because you can't get through to nobody. You can't teach an old dog new tricks, no matter what it is.
All right.
You know, no matter what's going on.
Okay. Well, let me take these next calls. I appreciate you.
All right, Hood. Thank you so much for the conversation. I'm back in the chat.
All right. Take care of yourself. All right.
All right.
Bye.
Bye.
All right. 2 minutes ago. Somebody called me 2 minutes ago, huh? Yeah, let me call you back. All right. Y'all call in, man, 929-839-0679. I will call you back.
Hello?
Hey, it's Hood Champion.
Hey, Hood.
What's up with you?
I agree with you. She needs to take a knee.
How does
She really does.
Yeah, but how do you get someone like that to do it? To just
Stop
say, I'm
talking
done.
about her.
Just stop talking about her?
Just stop talking about her. Like her when she be making Instagram posts, Facebook posts. Nobody posts. Nobody say anything about her. Nobody comments on none of her pages. That would get her to thinking, like, damn, I'm not relevant anymore. That's the only way that she's gonna take a knee. And I don't see her taking a knee because the internet is not going nowhere. And she's intimidated by the internet. So that would be the only way that she would take a knee if people just cut her off, period. Because she thinks she's better than everybody because we're talking about her.
The attention. She likes the attention.
She likes the attention. And when you don't give her attention, maybe she will take the knee. And that's my thought on it.
Okay. Well, I appreciate it.
So, you have a good night.
All right. You take care. Thank you. All right. Bye. All right. Look, the phone line is open, man. And let me just say this. First, thank you for being here. 382 people in here watching me. We've been fluctuating between 350 and 400. If y'all could hit that like button, I'd appreciate it. But call in 929-839-0679. While we have so many people on here, and before, the next hour or so start thinning out, I know a lot of people had to go to work. But call in. This is your time to call in. Look, I don't know you. You don't know me. Y'all can see me. I can't see you. Call in and speak your piece. I want to hear from y'all. I want to hear what y'all think. I'm going to tell you this whole thing with the attention. Does Claressa, let's be real. I know how people feel about her. Do y'all think she likes attention so much that the attention she getting right now putting a smile on her face? Let's be real. I need y'all to call and break that down to Hood Champion. Y'all really think that this kind of attention is making Claressa feel like, oh, here we go. This is going to be a good week on the internet. My number's going to be this. My views going to be this. I need to go live 4 or 5 times this week. Although I'm in training camp, I know if I go live, I'm going to get my views up, man, 15,000, 16,000. This week could be a $2,000 week. You think Claressa is thinking along those lines? You know what I'm saying? Like, trying to capitalize off of the drama surrounding a very unfortunate event. 929-839-0679. I want to hear what y'all think. Because I know y'all say, man, Hood, you just got too much good in you. You try to see the good in people. I'm just saying, for me, I couldn't do that. So that's why it's hard for me to see somebody doing some shit like that. It's like, that's crazy to me. You know what I'm saying? Says yes. Okay, she talking about streaming now? Yeah. Oh, Lord have mercy. Yeah, that's right. It's a sickness, Hood. Yeah, Christine. That's how I feel, man. I do feel like this is just a sickness. Like, you can't go to the CVS or go to your local pharmacy and say, hey, give me 2 tablets and shit. I want to kill this goddamn, addiction to attention. Can you cure an attention disorder? If someone is just addicted, like I hear people addicted to food, some people are addicted to drama, some people are addicted to sex, especially if you got the women in here smelling good and all that shit like y'all were talking about last night, right? Can a person be so addicted to attention to where they just throw their life away and throw all their money away because they just need the attention? That's my thing. I want to know. Maybe some of them people who are in Hollywood, they struggle with the attention addiction and they would do whatever it takes to get it. It's the Claressa. Did she get a hit of that attention to where she just needs that daily hit? And that's why she keeps coming out here giving us this shit. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead, caller. Hello.
All right, Hood, real fast.
Yeah.
You're talking about a girl who actually runs fan pages for herself under burning names.
All right, touche. You got me. All right. Bye. That's hilarious. Yeah. Caller, go ahead, man. Go ahead.
Okay, I'm not going to be on here long. You're from the island. I'm from the island. I have seen it so many times. Claressa is battling those entities. She is really suffering bad. Mm-hmm. Everybody right now, she's seeing everybody as an enemy. She really is. And what's going to happen, and I believe what you said, it's going to be a death either between her, her sister, or somebody else. But it's coming. You can just feel it in that air.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I can feel it, man. I'm telling you, I said the air getting thick. Something gonna happen. Like, to be honest, what hasn't happened yet? The only thing that hasn't happened is somebody, somebody gets shot, somebody get killed, something crazy. The slap it's that's the only thing that hasn't happened. I'm just waiting to see.
Yeah.
And I don't wish bad on no one.
It's coming.
It's coming.
It's coming.
The
And by her being in that house by herself, those voices is tearing her ass up, along with looking at that internet. She can't take it. And it's going to get to a point to where people are going to wake up and say, damn, she really did it. Or somebody really did it. Just watch.
I agree. I think so. I've been saying this for months. I ain't gonna get into all that. I'm just telling you, the writing is on the wall. The writing is on the wall. And Hood Champion,
it's on the wall, and then like we talked about, it's gonna be a lifetime movie.
Yeah.
Just watch.
All right, we'll talk to you.
Okay.
All right,
Thank
sis.
you so much, and you have a good one. Okay.
All right, you too. All right.
Okay.
Bye. All right, call it. Go ahead. You there?
Yeah, I'm here.
All right.
I called a few minutes ago, and you asked the question: do she like the attention? Do she like the drama?
Yeah.
She was on not a podcast. Yeah, a podcast. She said that's what people want, drama.
Yeah, she did say that. Y'all gonna act like black people don't like drama. Drama sell. Drama doesn't sell. Something along those lines. I'm paraphrasing. Yeah, she did say that. But my thing is, I can understand somebody pursuing drama. It sells. I want attention. But with the surrounding the circumstances, with what's going on with the family, I would think at some point they would say, "All right, not today, not today."
She don't care. She don't care at all. Just like caller still says, she's a narcissist. She don't care. Long as it's getting her views, long as it's getting her a paycheck every month, she okay with it. So to answer your question, yeah, she likes the drama because she said it came out her mouth herself. And that's why I say just leave her where she at. I know content creators and podcasts, they making their money talking about her too. Right. But that's the man. Don't give her no attention. Don't give her no attention and see where it goes.
Okay.
And I believe if people stop talking about her for maybe a week or two, maybe you might see a change. But I doubt it very seriously because she'll come up with something else. But yeah, she likes that. It sells for her and is getting money in her pocket. And she's laughing at us for talking about her because that's getting her money. So this is my last time calling tonight. Have a good night.
All right, you take care. All right, bye. Yeah. Okay, let's see. There's 3 notifications here. I'm calling all of y'all back. I'm telling you, calling you back. Okay. All right, let me call my girl here. All right, let me call this one back. I'm working my way down the list. Gonna whittle it down.
Huh?
Yo, it's Hood Champion.
Hey, Hood.
What's up with you, girl?
It's Lovejoy.
All right.
So I listen to us all every night, and I get real passionate because a lot of us is passionate. Like, we really want to understand this whole thing. And we could beat a dead horse, but narcissism is a disease, along with whatever else Claressa has. If it's hit too many times in the head, Flint water, other personality disorders. There is a guy on YouTube called Lee Hammock. He is a self-proclaimed narcissist. He has done the work and he continues to do the work to change. And I mention him because I would listen to him a lot because I was married to the narcissist for 16 years. And it's a weird relationship right? You kind of love the ground they walk on, but then at the same time, they can treat you like crap. And they enjoy mean stuff. They enjoy hurting people and seeing that they hurt you. But the trickery with them is they give you the good times. The good times are just out of this world. But the bad times are as well. But with their manipulation, after all the abuse happens, it kind of sucks you back in.
Mm-hmm.
So when I finally walked away, when I finally walked away, it took me a good 6 or 7 years to heal, because those of us with a logical mind and who do not have this disability, we can't even fathom a brain thinking that way.
What's the name of the man? What's the name of the man with the podcast?
Lee Hammock.
Lee Hammock. Lee Hammock. People are asking. All right, continue.
Yes.
Go ahead, continue.
He calls himself a self-aware narcissist because there is no cure. So it took for his wife to pack up the kids and walk out on him for him to seriously go seek therapy and seek help. Now, the difference with him is he wanted to change because he wanted his life back. So he was open to it. But that's only like 1% of most narcissists, especially the malignant kind, which are the most dark and evil, like Claressa. So the main point is, because we don't think that way, we don't operate that way, it's so hard. It took me years to figure out what was actually going on. I was like, what the heck? And I was always the strong one in relationships. Mm-hmm. But I felt weak at the knees and walking on eggshells. It's a weird thing. So I had to study about it to figure out what I had gone through so that I could heal from it. Because when you're with those kind of people, they can make you turn into somebody you don't even recognize, just trying to deal with it. So I just want to mention him for anybody in the chat who may want to check it out if you're not familiar, because I know so many people speak about Claressa and they have true care and concern. But unless Claressa wants to change, nothing is going to happen. We can analyze it to death. She actually listens to these videos, and then she go do a live about it, like making fun of us. And I laugh because that's a typical nerd. She goes over there, she's like, I put in the chat, once she hear everybody saying, oh, go on and Yana Vanza, and however you say her name, you're going to do a live making fun of us for saying that. It's just so toxic and evil. But yeah, I experienced that myself. And like I said, you leave, you are so broken. So broken. So yeah, I'm kind of finding it hard to keep listening to it every day too, with everybody's care and concern and passion about it. Because it really kind of breaks my heart, because I know what that's like to that person who just have no desire. They think it's funny to them that you have all this care about them, and they have no desire to change. And to the point of going silent on her. And excuse me, you guys, I have breathing conditions, so I'm kind of like breathing hard.
Okay.
But for a narc, that is one of the ultimate punishments, to ignore them. Act like they don't exist. Do what is called gray rock. Just kind of turn off all your emotions towards them. They do not like that. But for YouTube and the internet, people are making money off of it. Claressa herself is making money off of it. So she wants to keep feeding internet with more things to cover about her. The only way it's going to turn off is if all the bloggers, their numbers, drop down dramatically, so there is no demand for her content. But as long as the subs want to hear about her, she's going to be talked about. That's just how it works. But yes, ultimate with them is they do not like to be ignored. They do not like people to turn their back on them. They are one of the most insecure people that you will ever meet. They come off as rough and tough and I blow the house down and all that, but deep inside, they are so insecure. They're very self-conscious. That's why when she hears certain things, you'll hear her, like people say, oh, that really bothers her when you say this. They're self-conscious about it, but it does not bother them to the point that they're going to change. They're just going to act out in anger about it. They're going to be mad at you for even saying that. And what have we accomplished? Nothing.
Right.
So.
Okay. I appreciate you
Go
calling.
ahead.
Appreciate you calling and breaking all that down for us.
Okay. Thank you.
You're welcome, man. You call back anytime. I like hearing from you. You all right? You doing okay?
Yeah. I'm cooking dinner, and
Okay.
so when I talk and breathe, I have a pulmonary condition,
Right.
so I get short of breath real easy. So, but I'm okay.
I
Thank you for asking.
I heard that beeping in the background. I figured Claressa had come in there with the goddamn SWAT team to take you down for calling and talking about it.
No, honey, I know how to deal with them darts now. with him, when it got physical, that was one thing with me from where I come from. I would fight him toe to toe. So the physical part, I don't worry about.
Yeah.
The mental and emotion, I would rip her to shreds.
Okay.
Yeah, I would.
All right. It's nice talking to you. Take care, all right?
Yeah, okay.
All right. Bye. All right. Let me see. Who's this other person here? There's the other caller here, 313. I see you. I'm about to call you right now, okay? I see you. Tell you, I'm lining you off as I go down the list. And once you call in, I'll write your number down. Okay? Even I should be careful. I go running every day. Claressa may jump out the bushes on me and shit. But, you know, sometimes. Hello?
Hello?
Hey, Hood Champion, how you doing?
Hey, how you doing, champ?
What you got, man?
I was calling because didn't mean to change the subject. Me and somebody was talking about what you think about Claressa's training. That every time you see her, it seems like she's more entertaining with that camera. You know,
No, you right on target, because we were talking about that last night too. She just don't seem to be locked in, man, and there's always some crap going on, and more about social media, more about the drama. And this girl can't.
No matter when you see it, it seems like
Yep.
you know, like even with the little girl, I see her boxing, and so it don't even show on her body. You know.
Yeah. I think Kay Scott has the opportunity of a lifetime presented to her to get in there, and even if she doesn't beat Claressa, to make it competitive, because even if Claressa gets in there and now she's fighting life or death, then that's going to be a loss. That's going to be a loss. Even if she gets a win, that's a loss for her.
In old school, you know, you fool around and get slipped by one of them punches,
Mm-hmm.
and it looked like to me that lady get a lot of blood, as y'all say, get hit on a lot.
Mm-hmm.
But she's in for the fight though.
Yeah, and
you know,
Claressa
she ain't gonna sit down. She ain't gonna lay down for Claressa.
No, she's not gonna lay down, man. And
if she get her a couple of times, man, that's gonna change the game.
That
might draw a lot of fans, because that's what they want to see too.
True, but
I know that's the reason why I would watch it, because I just like to see if even if she just knocked the mouthpiece out of mouth, anything, you know.
Yeah, if she does that, that's basically a victory for Kay Scott. But we were talking about Claressa dropping this 40+ pounds, and in a fat girl camp, she gets in the ring. What happens after 3-4 rounds? If she gets tired, fatigue sets in. Now Kay Scott's still there, and now all of a sudden Kay Scott is exchanging with Claressa, and now we're like, holy shit, we got to fight. And
Claressa got too much going on. It's just as simple as that.
It's 100%.
I think she should be
100%. When you're in training camp, you ain't supposed to have them electronic devices and none of that.
You know, we come up with the Ali, the Sugar Ray. I didn't see Ali used to run and wave the fans, but you know, it was serious business. You can tell, even though he was doing what he was doing. It was always serious business, man, no matter when you train it.
Most of these cats go away to a secluded place, high altitude. They got their team around them, and that's it. They may have a little video game or a little something, but that for the downtime, just to stay.
Even cameras and the flashing lights, you know, that's cool with them.
Yep.
But it never stopped them to stop talking.
No.
And then she got this thing going on with her cousin and sisters and whatever the case might be, the funeral, you know, and it's a bit much, man, for somebody supposed to be getting ready to fight. I think she gonna slip up somewhere in one of them rounds. Something gonna set in to show that she didn't she didn't train.
I think there's a good chance. You know, before with Francine, I was saying she not focused, but she didn't have to cut all that weight, you know, and now she's with the weight cut and all of this other stuff going on. I'm like, it's just a matter of time. You can
It's
tell.
interesting to me when you say that cutting it makes you lose a little something, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I didn't know that, but just the thought of that, all that plays into what me and my buddies were sitting up here playing the spade game. You know how it goes. Kicking it about Claressa. And watching your show, we was really talking about how the training is just crazy, man. Every time we see it, Papoose leaning on while she in the bike, and everything's about the camera got to be fixed right while I'm doing this, and arguing with my family while I'm hitting the bag. That's a bit much, man.
Yeah, it's a distraction.
Yeah,
I agree.
yeah. Well, I didn't mean to cut in, Anthony. I just wanted to know what you thought about that. And I like your show. I watch it a lot, so, you keep doing what you do, too.
Yeah, no, I appreciate the support, man. Y'all keep cool up there, all right?
All right, thanks.
All right, yeah. Okay, so, 929-839-0679. I called everybody back, so we got about damn near 400 people in here. Y'all call in. Keep that line hopping, and Hood Champion keeps on talking. And I ain't trying to rhyme and be like Papoose and shit. The shit just came together. But I'm sure you'll pick. I sure will and pick up from the air. But LaQuisha, she may not know that her muscles and body is not the same. Probably doesn't have that much energy upon other things. Yeah, you see that thing that they called it. So imagine, right? Your mind ain't there because you got all this stress going on, right? All these stresses, all these distractions. Your mind ain't there. And you're trying to get ready for a fight. So just hear me up. Your mind's not there and you're trying to get ready for a fight.
Safe caller.
And then you got to lose all this weight and now maybe physically you're not there. So mentally and physically, you got to go fight. How you going to win? Go ahead, caller.
Yeah, what's up, Hood?
I'm good. How you doing?
So now the latest is that Claressa Shields is saying that she hurt her back. Did you hear that?
Someone said something in the chat, but they didn't say how. So how she hurt her back?
Talking about she said she was training too hard. She was training too, so she thinks she blew her back out, and I don't know what's going on. She don't want to fight. She don't want to fight.
She don't want to cut that goddamn weight. And y'all are going to excuse me if I offended anybody by saying, goddamn, I didn't mean to offend anyone.
No.
But she don't want to cut that weight. She don't want to cut that weight is what it could be. Because she looking like a desert rat. That body getting small, but that head getting big. So, she could be like, this ain't fun. I'd rather just stay at maybe come to 175, 168. But that 160 may be a stretch and maybe putting some pressure on her. Then we're talking about all the distractions. So mentally and physically, Claressa could be crashing out to go get in the ring on a fight card with all these baddies and the spectacle and the Orlando Browns and Ray Jays and a lot of people who may come out to see her come out in the main event. And all of a sudden, she get touched up. That would be horrible. And it's in Atlanta. So she lives in Atlanta. It's one thing if that happened in Detroit. She can leave and go back to her house in Atlanta and not have to worry about it. But now she got to ride around in the drop-down Corvette with everybody in Atlanta. They're like, that's Big GWOAT that just got the beans put on her by a woman from Australia. She ain't never going to be able to let that down. Yeah, it's all bad.
That's crazy. She's just making all kinds of excuses now. So what's going to happen if she don't make weight?
Well, it depends on, like, let's say the fight's contracted at 160. Let's say she comes in at like 162. That's only 2 pounds. She'll have time to try to make the weight, but if she can't, she'll get penalized financially and she'll have to pay K. Scott a certain percentage of her purse, or K. Scott and her team will turn the fight down. But more than likely, they'll go forward with the fight, and Claressa had to give her maybe 100,000, 200,000. But if Claressa comes in like 5, 6, 7 pounds overweight, the whole fight could be, called off. They'd be like, no, we're not getting there for her. We worked out, we cut weight, we drained ourselves to make 160. She got down to a point where she's comfortable. She has an upper hand. Then she's going to rehydrate. You see, so Claressa will have the upper hand. You see, once you get down to like that last pound, 2 pounds for something like that last pound, that half a pound, it's damn near impossible for these people to lose it because most of them they don't have it to lose. So when you're losing, when you're struggling to get that half a pound off, but now you got someone who comes in and then you get it off and make the weight, but you got somebody who comes in 4 or 5 pounds over, that means they didn't have to put their body through what you put your body through to get that last little bit of weight off. And that gives them an unfair advantage.
Yeah,
it's very dangerous.
K. Scott, she's in shape. She stayed ready,
Yeah, K. Scott looks good. She looked good. Physically, she looked.
I don't know. Anyway, I just wanted to see if you had heard that about the back injury.
Yeah, I heard about it. But I didn't hear what caused it. I didn't know if she was out there riding the Corvette with no seatbelt on and hit the brakes and her ass flew into the damn steering
No,
wheel.
she claimed that she been training too hard. I don't know how, because every time I see her, she only just on a bike or something. So I don't know.
Right. Yeah. All right. Well, I appreciate you calling in.
All right, Hood. Take care.
Okay. Bye.
All right.
All right. Anyway, there we go. 929-839-0679. But what I was saying, physically and mentally, that's the worst thing that could happen to Big GWOAT. All that talent and chasing this attention. The attention does not equate to respect, and it doesn't result in a big time payout. All that attention. Not there mentally, may not be there physically because of the weight cut, and she get in the ring with someone who's in shape. Now look, as far as Claressa knocking K. Scott out, Claressa got what? 19 fights, 3 knockouts. K. Scott got 7 fights. 5 wins, 1 loss, 1 draw, no knockouts. So really, neither one gonna get knocked out, Go ahead, caller.
Hey, Hood.
What's up with you? How you doing?
I'm okay. So, I was a young woman who asked you about her training because I was a little concerned about Claressa's training. Like one day she's with Papoose, next day she's with Andre or whatever, and I just don't think she's focused. And I really want her to win. I think she's going to win based upon who she chose to fight. But I don't think Claressa wants to be a fighter anymore. I don't think she wants to be a boxer.
Yeah, I don't think so.
I think she wants to be famous.
Yes, she does. That's something that she was saying back in the amateurs. That somebody who knows everyone from back when they were amateurs. This person knows all of them. And they said that's something Claressa has always talked about, what she always wanted. And she's the kind of person back then to do what she had to do to get herself into certain positions. And right now what we're seeing is what she always wanted. That's why she's out here acting the fool. They said she's always wanted this and there's nothing she won't do to get to where she wants to be as far as being famous. That's why you're seeing her at the BET Awards kind of bopping down and looking all crazy and shit because this is what she always wanted, But the thing is, ain't nobody really showing her love because that attitude is crazy. That shit is crazy.
Yeah. We love her as a boxer. We loved her as a boxer. She was set to be one of the greatest boxers of all time. And she likes attention. You can't be a boxer and like a whole bunch of attention. That's not going to pay for your tickets to go see you boxing. This is hard. This was so hard. I don't understand her family. I'm confused as Papoose. Like if I was Papoose sister, I would say, look, you need to leave that little girl alone. Her family is crazy. They fight all the time. Why would you want to assert yourself in that position? You would want a family that get along. This is just weird. And I feel for her. I really feel for Claressa. Like, as ignorant as she is paying everybody's bills. She's paying everybody's mortgage. That's stressful. I think she needs to leave her family alone. I think she needs to leave Pap alone and focus on her career. I really, really do. They're not doing anything for her. I don't know what. She was at a funeral. Papoose was in PR doing PR things for the other fighters that they have on their team. And I'm a little concerned as to why none of those people was her undercard. You have, Ray J and Orlando Brown. You have people on your team. Why were they not the undercard for Claressa and Kate's fight? I'm confused.
Well, I don't know if that's a done deal where they're not going to add some of them on there because we were talking the other day and I still don't understand the structure. Are they going to have Ray J, Orlando Brown, the bodyguards, the Zeus girls fight first and just air that on Zeus? And then the zone just comes on for the Claressa fight and that's it? Because that, I'm not saying it can't happen, but That would be unusual. You know what I'm saying? Because it's not all being aired on the Zone. You got Zeus Network with the spectacle and the real boxing, Claressa and K. Scott on the Zone. So why wouldn't you have like another co-main, real boxing? Like I don't like to. So I'm just waiting to see if they're going to refine the schedule and the fights that are allocated on August 15th. Right now, I'm just waiting. You know, once we get within a couple of weeks, I'll be like, oh, they ain't changing this shit. This is the lineup. This is how it's going to be. It's just going to be Claressa on the Zone. And the other one's on the Zeus Network. I thought they were all fighting on the Zone. But, you know, we got that corrected. That is not the case.
No.
Right.
It's not the case.
Right.
And she's too big of a person. She's too big of a person to fight like this. It's ridiculous. She needs to be a little bit more, way more professional. Way more professional. The fighting with her family, it's disgusting. I'm gonna be honest, if I was Papoose sister, I would be like, why would you want to have a baby with this woman in the next couple of years? And I also think that she's trying to have a baby to solidify her position, and because he goes home to New York. He's in New York a lot, and this is her way of saying, no, you need to be here. You need to come home. You need to be this. You need to do that. You need to be with us. Or why can't I come with you? There has been moments where she's not even in his house. And I think he did that on purpose. Because I think this man knows if he breaks up with that girl, she gonna crash out and she gonna go to every home he knows. So if you notice, when he's around her, she's at the mom's house. She's never at his quote-unquote properties that he has in New York or New Jersey. And I think he did that on purpose. Yeah. Because he knows once the money is gone, he's leaving her. And that's the sad part. It's like, she doesn't understand. Women are not liking you, not because you are dating a married man, but he's not putting you first. And you should put your career first. You're not married to this man. You have no children with this man. Put yourself, put your name first. All of those things that she was like selling, that doesn't make any sense.
Yeah,
why she would do that.
I agree with you. It makes no sense at all.
Why would she do that? That doesn't make any sense. You're a millionaire, supposedly a millionaire. Why are you selling this stuff and asking for people's address? That doesn't make any sense. If you have a real PR team, which I really think she should need, if she don't have one, she needs to get a better one. It doesn't make any sense. And so it's like, people are not hating on Claressa. People are looking at her like the little sister who needs help. Right. It's very adamant. It's very clear that she has some type of mental disability. I don't know. It might be a learning disability or whatever it is. She is not clear.
Okay.
And the fact that she would go to her great-grandmother's funeral and then not allow her family members to see their grandmother is very upsetting.
Right. No, I agree.
So it's like, 1 minute you're using, this man is using you for your money, and on the second hand, you're using your money to control your family's input and output. And I think that's just straight disrespectful.
All right. Well,
I think it's straight disrespectful.
Okay.
It's straight disrespectful.
All right. Well,
and I think she needs, I hope when she gets down to 160, I hope she's not on any weight, loss training or this GL1, stuff. Because when you take that GL1 pill or you take that shot, it messes up your muscle mass. So a lot of women who take that, they don't understand. You're messing up your muscle mass.
Okay.
She needs all the muscle she can have to fight whoever. in the future. And I pray to God that she does not want to have a child to one up Remy. This is not about Remy. This is about you and this married man.
Right.
It's so hard to look at Claressa. It's so hard to look at Claressa. I feel bad for her. I feel bad for her because one minute she is the problem. She is poking the bear. But in the other instances, you see her family members, because they live off of her, they're using her. And I think she just needs to just cut everybody off, including Papoose.
Yeah, I think everybody
she
agrees.
Says, oh, Papoose pays my bills. He's paying your bills with your card.
Right.
That's not the same as a man who's using his own money.
True. Well, we agree with you. Let me take this next call, all right?
Yes.
All right, sis. Nice talking to you. All right. Bye. Okay. Let me call you back here. 870. I think that's North Memphis. Calling you right up. Calling you right now. Yep, I saw the missed call. I'm calling you back. Yeah. Yeah, that hopefully she ain't taking that weight loss stuff. Gotta be careful. Calling you back, Memphis. Got to answer.
Hello.
Hey, it's Hood Champion. How you doing?
Hi, how you doing?
I'm good, man. What were you watching, man? What get us up to speed? What are you seeing?
I was watching Brianna. She was talking about the funeral on her Facebook page, and she was saying that she said she booked her a Greyhound. She said she's sick of this. She said she's not going through this anymore.
I could barely hear you. Are you on an earpiece or something?
No, I'm on my phone.
Now I can hear you. Now I can hear you. Now I can hear you. So she said she didn't want to go to the funeral?
She said she went to the funeral. She said Claressa, when they was arguing because she wouldn't let Sharlita in the funeral, and she was telling her security to let Sharlita in the funeral because that's her grandmother, and she was telling her to let her in the funeral. That Sharlita was in her. That's Sharlita grandmother. That's their great grandmother.
But who was arguing? Brianna was arguing with Claressa and the security?
With Claressa and her security was telling her security to let Sharlita in the funeral. And yeah, they was going back and forth arguing, okay. But Claressa got mad at Brianna because Brianna was taking up for Sharlita. And then Claressa got mad at Brianna because Brianna was taking up for Sharlita, and things went left, and it was a big mess in the funeral. But she was saying that she said she left the funeral because she said they didn't have a preacher at the funeral. She said she left the funeral. They didn't even have a preacher at the funeral.
Okay.
But she said she's not taking this mess anymore. She said when she get back to Georgia, she said she's leaving. She said Claressa left her. She get out the car. They put her stuff out the car, and they all got into it. It was a mess.
Right. So all of this took place right there in Flint, Michigan at the funeral.
At the funeral, yeah. Everybody at the funeral.
But
but she ended up catching a Greyhound back home because Claressa told her, I got to pay $1,300 for a flight for you to get back home. And she said she told Claressa, well, you waste your money paying $1,300 for the flight because I'm catching a Greyhound back home. And when she get back home, she said, you don't have to worry about paying no rent for me no more because I'm sick of this. She said she's tired of this. She said she's sick of this money stuff. She said she's done with it. She said she left her job in Flint to come down here and live. She left everything to come down here and live. But she said she's going back where she came from. She said she's sick of this. She's not taking it no more. She said she's going back where she came from.
Right. I'm just surprised that. So Brianna knew what Claressa was doing with the security was wrong because Sharlita wanted to get inside there. And that must have upset Claressa that Brianna wasn't siding with Claressa.
Yeah, and she said that she stated that that she really only wanted her there for one reason, and that she would have beat Sharlita ass, and she got off that subject, and then she started talking about that she got off the subject about beating Sharlita up, and then she went to the subject about her children being at Nene house, and that she really didn't want to leave her children. She was acting like Claressa was too cheap to pay for her children to come to the funeral, but she paid for her to come to. It's like Claressa was acting like she can only pay for Brianna to come to the funeral, but she couldn't pay for the children. She really didn't want to leave her children. She wanted her children basically to come with her too as well. If you couldn't pay for my children to come, why you paying for me to come? You see what I'm saying? She wanted everybody to come. She didn't want to leave her children. It's like Brianna was more upset about her children not being able to come with her.
Right, right. So the children weren't allowed to be there or something?
That was weird to me because I can see it in her face when she was talking on the video. It's like Brianna was more upset about she didn't want her children to go to no babysitter house to keep her children. She said my children could have kept themselves. I didn't want my children to go to Nene house. My children could have kept themselves. She didn't want to leave her children anyway, and I didn't understand why her children couldn't go see their grandmother. Why did her children have to stay behind? Why Claressa couldn't pay for the children to come to the funeral? Why her children had to be left behind and not see their grandmother at the funeral?
Where were the kids?
They left with a babysitter named Nene. I don't know.
Oh, were they in Georgia? Were they in Georgia or in Michigan?
I don't know which state they were left in. They were left with somebody named Nene. Claressa paid somebody named Nene to babysit them.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that is unfortunate. You would think when you have an event like that you'd want everyone there, even the kids to come there. You know what I mean? I've never seen where you don't have even children come there. Do you have children come? All family comes there. I don't understand that.
Well, it's 31 minutes live. I'm only on 15 minutes of it. It's 16 more minutes left on it. I'm still watching.
Okay.
So I'm still in the middle of this video. I'm still watching her. She's cussing like a sailor. So I'm still watching the video.
All right.
She's telling everything that happened at this funeral.
Okay. Well, make sure, if we're still on, call back and tell us about what happened at the funeral, because I want to hear, because Brianna's gonna tell the truth about that.
She said she started to beat Claressa ass.
At where? Where was she gonna be there? Where?
She said she started to beat Claressa ass at the funeral. She's mad.
That is crazy.
Brianna, she's that mad, and you never heard her say that until she's real mad. She says she's ready to beat Claressa ass. That's what she said.
Damn. Yeah, you can't do that.
Yeah, she's mad, and she says she's getting to Georgia and she's packing her things. Don't pay no more rent for her, no lights, nothing. She's finna go. She said she left her job. She left her job to come to Atlanta. She said she's finna go. I don't know where the children gonna go. I just feel bad for this.
Okay, well, let us know what's going on, man. If we're still on, because I'm curious now.
Yeah, because they rent $2,500 a month, and I'll be watching this.
All right. Well, I appreciate you calling in.
Okay, bye-bye.
All right, bye. All right, 929-839-0679. If you call in from a no caller ID number, I'm not answering, so don't even waste your time. Yeah, no caller ID, I don't answer. So the no caller ID number that's calling, I'm not going to answer it. If you don't know me by now, I'm not going to take your number and prank you. Yeah, that no caller ID can get out of here. I'm not answering it. Yeah, caller.
Hey, Hood, it's All Natural. How you doing?
What's up, All Natural?
I'm just sitting in the bushes tonight. I can't even keep up with this chat.
Yeah.
But I wanted to piggyback on the woman that called before the funeral lady that just called.
Yeah.
saying something about how she doesn't know where he lives, his properties are, and that something about his mom saying something to him about having a baby. Again, that man ain't having no baby with her. He is not mixing his DNA with that family. Trust and believe that. He's not. I'm pretty sure his sisters and his mother have said something to him about that. Now, maybe not last year or year before that when they first started dating, but over the course of time, more and more she has become unhinged. And I'm pretty sure, I have no doubt, I'm 100% sure that his sisters and his mom have said to him, what have you gotten yourself into? You better not have no baby by this chick. I know they have. If it was one of my sons, I have 2 children, 2 sons. I know I would. I know they grown, but I would just have to say it. I would just have to put that out there in their ear and make them think about this. That man ain't have no baby with her. What did I say last night? He gonna let her keep on thinking that they having a baby. His mom them said something to him about it, but you think he gonna say something to her? No, why would he say, yeah, I'm not having a baby with you? Why would he? He gonna let her keep on thinking that they're having a baby. The more and more she go on TV and have these interviews, I'm sure his mom and his sisters are cringing to even fathom the fact that they could possibly have a baby together, bring a baby in this toxic situation.
Oh, yeah, that's scary.
It's scary. He's not marrying her, and he's not having no baby with her. Simple as that. He's not. He's only there for the money. He's only there for a good time and not a long time. It's just that simple. He's not having no baby with her. He gonna let her keep saying that. He gonna keep smiling. He gonna keep saying, yes, we're having a baby. He gonna keep on letting her think that. But that's not gonna happen. And when she run out of money, he gone. He gone. And that is the reason why she doesn't know where he lives, or she's never been to his place, because she's the type of chick that will pop up. We see her. We see what she does. We see her pop-ups. She pops up. He don't want that. It's because he's not 100% in with her. She might be 100. She's 100% with him, but he's not with her. He's not. And that funeral, that hurt my heart. That hurt my heart. Because my family went through something similar like that years ago. And when my niece was the M word, it brought our family back together. That's what funerals are supposed to do. That's what they should do. Nobody should be prohibited from paying their last respects for someone that they loved while they were living. No one. That is cruel. It is wrong. You could have just stayed on your side of the church, and they could stay on their side of the church. You ain't got to look at them. You ain't got to entertain them. But let them come in peace and pay their last respects.
Right.
I would never do that to someone. Never. And I find it ironic that you have security at a funeral, but you got $8 million and you don't travel with security nowhere else. Not even in the airports. You travel alone. You travel everywhere else without security. Why would you need security at a funeral? That's cruel to try to prohibit somebody from paying their last respects. We all mourn differently. That girl, Sharlita, she broke down on her live today and cried.
Yeah, I need to. I haven't been on the internet at all. I need to. I want to see that because I know Sharlita personally, but I need to see that because that. And I hit her up, and I'll probably talk to her offline. If she want to come on the live and talk, I'll let her do that maybe tomorrow. But that just really bothers me to know that.
She was distraught.
To know that she's going through that. That
she was distraught. She really was. She was distraught. She said this might be her last live for a while because she says she needs some mental.
She's grieving.
Yeah, she's grieving, and to have all of that happen on a day where this was her last time seeing her grandma, that was an emotional roller coaster for her. All kinds of emotions were running through her body. I can only imagine. I would never do that to somebody.
Because I haven't thought about it like the way I'm thinking about it right now based on what you just said. To try to imagine, right? Now I'm really thinking about what you're saying. You have a funeral, and normally with a funeral, everybody pops up. You see people you ain't seen in years. You know what I'm saying? And all of a sudden, all these people pop up, all these faces. But when it comes to the grandmother and Sharlita and everyone else, the last thing that she had to endure was trying to get in to see her and Claressa putting these roadblocks in place and all this bullcrap. That is wicked, boy. To do something like that to somebody. And it takes me back to her, what she did to them kids. Tony Rich and them kids at that, and them kids at that Christmas. And them kids at that Christmas party. And them kids at that Christmas party. Because I was like, who would do that? But then to come through what you just mentioned about Tony, and now this thing here is like, oh yeah, that's bad, man. Now that I'm really yeah, that's bad. That's bad. That's bad.
Her sister on her live, her sister said today, I'm tired of this money. She said that money controls people. That money makes people do. I don't quote me. It was something she said. I'm not even going to say it because I'm not saying it correctly. But she's tired of the money because that money makes people do things.
Yeah, but my thing is, even if she was concerned that somebody may try to harm her, just reach out and say, look, I'm coming out there. I don't want no problems. I know you don't. Just do a little pulse check. Show up with your security. Go in. Make sure everything's straight, then go out. But don't go there and try to stop people from coming in. That's not. Yeah. You have those conversations before, man. I was at a funeral, and I'll just say this: what we were told is, hey, we don't want anybody shouting, screaming, crying, falling out on the ground, because they know that there were a lot of people who love this person. They're like, we're not going to act like that in here. Y'all stay in here, work through it. When we all go out here, we know some of y'all going to be emotional, but we're not going to have all that screaming, crying, falling on the ground. We're not doing that. So I've been part of a different situation where we had conversations before, and they're like, and trust me, this person in particular, that ain't what they're going to want. They wouldn't want that. You know that. Now y'all going to feel how you feel.
And even, when my niece's trial came, us as a family, before we went to court, my mom, my sister, my two sons, my niece, my nephew, before we went to court, we talked. We said, look, emotions are high, but we will not go in that courtroom and show any hatred or anything. We are going to go and dignify my niece, and we're going to represent as a family. We won't make no faces. We won't look at the other family because they're watching. They watch that kind of stuff. We had to endure a 5-week trial for my niece. But we talked as a family before we went there. Because those things bring so many emotions. You just want to do things. You want to say things to the people who did this. But we had a conversation. you know, that we will not do that in that courtroom, you know. And so that family, everybody's grieving, and they all have their own way of grieving their grandmother, their granny, or whatever affectionately she was known as, you know. And it's just sad that that happened. And then the icing on the cake is to see it all play out on social media. It's the most pathetic part of it. That's pathetic, you know. But her sister said, you know, how you going to prevent somebody from coming to see their granny? Like, that's wrong.
And there was no preacher there, right? There was no preacher there?
Well, that's what I heard. I mean, I don't know that.
Yeah, but that's just what
I saw that somebody said that. You know, Sharlita said they left her out of the obituary. Like, that's just mean. Like, you thought of these things to do to this person. You knew you were going to do this to this person, you know, and it's just cruel. And she said Pap was at the hotel. He didn't even show up with her. You know why? Because he don't want no parts of that situation. He knows exactly. He's very strategic.
Does anyone blame? Like, I understand how people feel about Papoose, right? But in this particular situation, does anyone blame him for saying, "Man, I ain't going nowhere around that"?
Guess what, though?
Yeah.
You can. Some people will say it. I don't blame him. And that is the reason why I keep saying he's not having a baby with her. He has seen this family in full hillbilly Hatfield versus McCoy action. He has seen it firsthand. He's not bringing a baby into this. A lot of people will say, I don't blame him. I wouldn't have went either. But then on the other hand, you're like, well, that's his woman, that's his queen.
Supposed to love
that's her man. Why wouldn't he go support her?
Yeah, it's a tough one. That you say you love her.
It's a tough one.
You say you love her, you do anything for her, you're a protector, but then you don't show up there. But then at the same time, it's such a crazy situation. You can kind of almost understand him not being there. So it's just that, but those are signs for her and him to just go separate ways, because this gonna come to an end at some point in time.
Because he could have done one or two things, you know, just like with the Alicia Baumgartner situation.
Oh, yeah? Yeah.
He could have diffused the situation before it even happened, but he didn't. You know, he let it happen. He could have gone to that funeral with her, that service with her, and he could have been the voice of reason to say, not here. Not here. Either he could have done that or he couldn't have. But who knows, if he would have gone with her, what may have happened. But he didn't go with her. She had security at a funeral. It was cruel to me. Like, that will live within her for the rest of her life, Sharlita. Like, what an uproar to cause for someone who's coming to pay their last respect for someone they love so dearly, you know, and cannot do that anymore. So, yeah, but I just wanted to express that from the caller, that the woman that called. I'm 100% sure his mom and his sisters have said something to him, and the fact that they have been seeing this every day, every single day, is something in the blogs about this woman, and she does not understand. She has not grasped the fact that this is also hurting her brand and hurting her from getting endorsements. No one will ever get behind you with all of this family drama. You are too distracted. You would not be able to fulfill that contract. You will not. Your family is hurting you. This whole situation is hurting you. She just needs to, like you said, take a knee, 2 knees, not a knee. Take the knees down to the ground. Get off of the internet. Seek some help. Cut those people off. Cut that married man off. Get your life back. Get your career back. You wanted all of this, but you're losing everything. It is so sad to see her go down this way. It is pathetic. And all she could think of is y'all hating and y'all jealous. We all can't be jealous of you and hating on you. But what responsibility or accountability do you ever take? None. Absolutely none. Her downfall is coming. We are witnessing it every single day. She is every day in somebody's mouth. Every day. She is evil. She needs an exorcism. That is what she needs. And I put in the chat earlier, you saw the movie Fatal Attraction, right?
Yeah.
When Glenn Close said, I won't be ignored. This is what's going to happen. If that man don't get away from her, I'm telling you, she has the ability to hurt someone. She does. She is demonic. She is evil. She is a lost, empty soul. She is cruel. I never thought I would say that many words about one person, but that is exactly who she is. She needs to take a step back and get a hold of her life back. She was an awesome person before this married man. Her accolades speak for themselves, but her downfall is because when she met this man, he has taken her down to the concrete. He has run her down. She's not happy. She looks worn out. She looks old. She got bags under her eyes. She can't rest when he's not in her presence. She is worn out. It's pathetic.
What do you think? She's like up all night, worried about what he's doing, trying to call. You know, that's funny because wasn't that what she was doing before? Hey, you're not calling me, answer me, you don't send me flowers. You think she's still doing that right now?
Yes, she is.
Same thing she was doing when he was there living with Remy. That now he goes back to New York and he's not there with her. She just keep, hey, call me. Where are you? You're not this. You're not.
You're not answering me.
Yeah, damn, that's crazy.
You're not answering me. I mean, you see me texting you. You see me calling you.
Yeah.
He's away from you. He's away from you. He doesn't want to be bothered with you unless there is something going on where he's going to get paid. He does not want to be bothered with you. When he's away from you, he's not in Atlanta or in the gym or whatever he's doing with the two of you doing. When he's away from you, he is happy. He's happy. Because he's never at your house a week at a time. You don't see him in your kitchen. You don't see him nowhere. Nowhere. Like Blue Jay said, he is not there for those things. He is not there to soothe her, to worry about what she smells like. None of that. He's not there for that. He's only there for the money. He is draining everything that she has. Her energy, her looks, everything. He's draining her. He's depleting her of everything. She has a fight coming up next month. She's not focused. She's not training. She's BSing. She appears to be training. She's not doing anything. Everything is about this man. And the fact that he's not there, when he's not there, her mind is racing. What is he doing? Why he's not answering? Who is he with? She will never know where that man lives. Because she will pop up. And you think he's going to have a baby with her? She's going to pop up every chance she gets if she find out where that man lives when he's not in her presence. He knows exactly what he's doing. He's playing her like a violin, a harp, a guitar, everything. He's playing her. It's pathetic. And I know you listening. Take your life back, girl. Take your life back. Get rid of this man. You looked happy in your last relationship. Let him go. Like Jerome said on Martin, if you want a winner, you got to get rid of that chicken dinner.
That's hilarious.
Let that man go. She fighting some demons. She's angry, and she's angry at him too because she can't say what she wants to say to him either. She wants to say a lot of things to this man, but she will not. You see, she cusses everybody else out, but she will not say anything to this man. She's angry. She's angry. It's sad. It's sad. It's pathetic. So that's all I got.
All right. Well, I appreciate you calling in.
Thanks for listening again.
All right. We'll talk to you.
All right. Thank you.
Bye. What's the name of that new Remy song? Is it called "Put 'Em On"? You know, I don't know. Is that the name of the song? What's the name of that new song? Y'all know Hood Champion don't be on the internet like that. What's it called? Is it called "Put 'Em On"? You know, I don't have the video. I don't know if I can play the video. Next thing you know, I get strikes and all kind of stuff, man. But anyway, man, 929-839 says yes. Yeah, I mean, I don't know if I'm allowed to play all this bullshit, but yeah, I don't know if I can play the video, but let me see something.
Outside and I putting that shit on. Heard these niggas in them.
Okay, that's the song y'all talking about. I don't have the video. I don't know if I can play the video, man. Next, you know, I had some serious problems over here, but okay, so that's the song that she has a new video to that. Matter of fact, let me do this. I may be able to do this. Let me see something. Because I know everybody talking about it. Yeah. I don't know. Y'all would shit. Y'all know I don't be out here searching for none of this bullshit. Y'all know better than Hood Champion, but I'm scrolling down. Put 'em on. Okay. And I don't want it. Let me see something here. Okay. Oh, so this is what y'all. I'm about to show y'all. Hold on a second. Put them on. Okay. Let me see something here real quick. I don't know if I'm getting no bullshit, but this is what y'all talking about. Man, you know what? It is what it is. Okay, let me see. Okay, so that's what y'all talking about. All right. Well, the video's out there, man. She looked good in the video. She looks good. Cut hood, yeah. Don't you'll get a strike. Amen to that. No copyright. Yeah, the video's out now. Yeah, playing hood. That's what I seen. Yeah. Nah, I'm good, man. You know what I'm saying? Now, hood, you got to make her go stone crazy playing a Remy video. Nah, it's all good. I'm looking at it, man. I'll be straight. If anything, I had to split the revenue, which is fine. I'm not worried about that. I love the song. I love the video. Go big, Rim. Oh yeah. Well, that's y'all thing, you know. You know me. I'm old school, man. You know all this. That shit ain't got no Big Daddy Kane and all that shit to it. You know what I mean? A champion don't be messing with it, man. You know some soca and dancehall and all that chutney music. I don't. You know it's cool. Don't get me wrong, but that's more for the ladies and shit. We about to start dancing. Y'all like that stuff, y'all? Whatever, it is what it is. Anyway, man, 929-839-0679. Let me hear from y'all, you know what I'm saying? I've been on here almost 3 hours, okay. I still got about another 30, 40 minutes, man. Said Remy leveling up. No, she's on point. She out here. She up and away right now, you know. Every week she has something else going on. From a video to some movie to some rapping to something. She's at concerts. She out here getting paid, man. You know, and that's ultimately what it's all about. She out here getting paid. Faith, I don't care for the song. Yeah, like I said, you know, it's probably like a ladies thing. That ain't my thing. But I don't listen to not much of anything anyway, unless it's that ain't my thing, you know. You play the old school shit, her champion is there. But I'm just looking at her and she seems to be happy, man. You know? And when I watch it, the more I think about it, it almost seems like Claressa wants Remy's life. Like, and I'm just listening to you all, and I'm watching. Claressa wanted to rap. She wants to be seen as like what's that called, like a sex symbol. She wants to have the story of someone who's tough, you know, and who's to be respected and has the street cred. And then at the same time, she seemed to be someone who wants to
Safe caller.
want to have a kid with Papoose, man. Go ahead, call it.
Hey, champ, how you doing?
I'm good. And yourself?
Oh, I'm good.
What you got, Miss Smell Good?
Listen, I'm going to tell you this other side of what happened about funerals, because you were saying something too about funerals. How you know there could be family problems at times, and everybody, we have a discussion before, but this was real close to something that happened in my family at my father's funeral, and I'll try and make it as short as possible. But it was kind of deep, and what it was is that my father came from a family of 13 brothers and sisters, and some of them liked my mother and some of them didn't, the sisters. One of them really couldn't stand my mother. She held a grudge against my mother because when they were younger, they had physically got into it. Okay. So fast forward, my father passes away about, I'm going to say about 35 years ago. Okay. I was in the service. I go with my family I got my uniform on. We're at the funeral. And My dad, before he passed away of cancer, but he had told my mom, just be careful because, some people in my family can't act up, because they had a close relationship. She understood, So at the funeral, as the family comes up, you do that last viewing when the casket's open halfway and then the other part is closed. And I had took this actual picture of my parents years before that, and it was a beautiful picture. They were camping, we were all camping, and they were just hugged up, both of them. And it was in an 8x10 frame, and it was set up on the casket. But when this aunt came down in the line, she actually got that picture and picked it up and smashed it on the ground, and the glass broke.
Wow.
Yeah, and immediately my sister, one of my sisters, jumped up, went and got the picture, put it up real quick, like nothing happened, and came back with the family where we sit off to the side, And so that happened. Okay, so after that, then you have the service at the cemetery, right? So by this time, I'm like real close with my mom. I was sitting right next to her. I'm like, I thought I was in the Marine Corps. I had my uniform on. I thought we was going to go straight close combat in that damn hole, because at that time they did lower the casket in the hole. Everybody, they had it up top, then they lowered it in the hole. And I'm thinking, oh my God, we only got like what, 1.5 feet from where we're sitting to the damn hole. So here comes everybody starting to come in line. And I said, oh my God, I hope this lady don't touch my mama, because it's going to be on and we're going to be duking it out in the hole. We're going to be in the foxhole, So when she came by again, I guess her brothers, my uncles or somebody, was trying to calm her down. I could see it in line already, and so they came up and they came right in front of us. And thank God nothing happened, because they scooted her through there real quick, But I had cousins and everybody already, they had their eyes on her and everything. But I had to be next to my mother, because it was not going to go down like that, But it could have really went that way. So there was a lot of drama that had happened at my father's funeral. But I'm going to tell you the good side of it, how good God is. Fast forward, another 2 years ago, I had not seen this aunt since that day. One of my cousins, hadn't seen her in forever, invites me to her home. And, we're all from California, up in Northern California. So I go out there, and that same auntie went to my cousin's house. She wanted to see me. So when I saw her, I said, this lady's 80 years old, and she came in, and naturally I just gave her a hug, There's no grudges. I'm not holding anything or nothing like that. So it was, to me, it was the goodness of it was that, God allowed me to even see this lady and forgive her. But we did not discuss what happened. I just gave her a hug, and to me, that was good enough. And we spoke a little bit, and I could still see she had some badass behind her, and said a few things about my mom, but I wasn't about to argue with her. It was not worth the battle, She just said a few little things that I could have contested, but I chose not to. I said, I don't fight with this 80-year-old lady, you know what I mean? I said, she's still the way she is, and I just accept how she is. Sure, we didn't like what happened back then, but you can't undo what people have already done. It was already done. You can't undo that when people act stupid. And remember, before I said narcissistic people like that will act up anywhere for a platform. They'll do it at a wedding, a funeral, a baby shower. They don't care, but they want everybody to see because they hold all this anger. So I have been through it. My family has been through it, and out of all places at a funeral, But I was able to, in my heart, to forgive this lady. But it was many, many years later, because we disconnected from that side of the family. And my mom's still alive, and she's okay. She's okay. She's okay with everything, But I just have to look at it from God, I have the opportunity, but I feel good. I feel free. I know I can forgive, and that's the good part of it, So you pull up that goodness,
Right.
Sometimes people don't have an opportunity when these kind of crazy things happen, and you just go the rest of your life all angry and mad. No, I wasn't even mad. Our family didn't even bring it up anymore. It's like we didn't forget it, but it's just like it just wasn't relevant, because it's something that already happened. But that was my story about funerals and drama.
Right.
Things
Okay.
happen.
Yep. Well, all
It's
right.
better than a murder, though.
Yep.
You
Mhm.
know.
What do you
Just
think?
wanted to share that.
You think all these distractions around Claressa Shields has her upcoming opponent and her team possibly, not excited about the unfortunate circumstances, but excited just about the opportunity because they're saying, wow, there's just so much going on with this woman who's supposed to be preparing for a fight. This is our opportunity. We need to really zero in and take advantage of what's going on here. Do you think that could be part of the thought process in the K. Scott camp?
You think about, you said the opponents?
Yeah, K. Scott, the person Clarissa's going to fight.
Yeah. Oh yeah. You know what? Shoot, if I was, I don't know, but I'm just thinking right off the top of my head. Shoot, if I was her coach, I'd be, totally honing in. I'd be like, oh yeah, hey, let's look at them films again when she was sparring and got hit. Know that whatever punch that was, when it came up from the left hand, that guy, when they were sparring and stuff, when Claressa went down. I'm just saying, in combination with everything that's going on with her now, I would focus in on all of that stuff, and catch her, just catch her.
Yeah, I think this is a
she
great
could be
opportunity.
off mentally, physically, like you were saying earlier, all that stuff.
Right.
Because there is a lot going on with her.
No, I agree. Okay. Well, I'll tell you what, I appreciate you calling in as always. What else you got? Are you good now?
Oh, shoot, everything's good. So it's warmer out here in Southern California, and just been going in the swimming pool right here, just trying to stay cool, Everything's good. I really can't complain. Everything's good.
Good. I'm glad to hear that, man. I always enjoy talking to you, man. You take care, okay?
Likewise, you too.
All right. Bye.
Have a good night.
Yep. So that's my thing with K. Scott right now. Who could have anticipated all this stuff going on with Big GWOAT? But if it was me, I ain't gonna lie. I would not be celebrating the unfortunate circumstances, but I'd be over there telling my fighter, look, there's a lot going on over there in that Shields camp, on that Shields team. And this is our opportunity. You're talking about the stars lining up. We need you to really lock in. I would be pushing her hard. You don't want her to burn out. You want her to peak on fight night. You don't want her to peak in training camp and then get in the ring and she has nothing left. But I think those people over there are excited. I think the Australians, because they follow my channel. I got a lot of people from Australia on my channel because I talk about a lot of their fighters because I like their fighters. And they're all rooting. Of course, they're rooting for their own. But you're talking about people out here rooting for K. Scott. It's crazy. The Americans are rooting for K. Scott. Like the caller who called in earlier and was talking. It's true. You got a bunch of Americans rooting for the Australian to kick Claressa Shields' ass. And a lot of them just happen to be, which it doesn't matter to me because I don't get caught up in that racial nonsense. But it happen to be a lot of black women, and they want K. Scott to put the Aussie, oys all up in Claressa Shields' ass. You know what I mean? So it's if it's gonna happen, this could be it. There's a lot going on, man. You always hear fighters, they'll come out there and say they had the best training camp, they're in the best shape of their life and all this shit. And then they get in the ring and they lose and they say, well, there was a lot going on. There was some things that didn't go right and I don't want to get into that right now. And then they have all the excuses. With Claressa Shields, we're getting if she loses, we'll know why. Because there's a lot going on. There's a lot going on. So if Claressa Shields were to lose, which, again, I have a tough time seeing her lose. But if she were to lose, she wouldn't have to come out and explain to us because we'd be able to tell her why she lost. Unless there's just something going on, behind closed doors that we don't know about. But I could easily sit there and tell, we're talking about it now. It's too many distractions, man. It's too much craziness. Says, yes, Hood, yeah. Hood, can they actually back out this late in the game? Yeah, somebody can back out if someone gets injured or they're having some kind of, anybody can back out of a fight. And K. Scott gets nothing. It's not like, you back out, you got to give her half of her fight purse. No, you can back out, especially if something happens. So if Claressa checks in to some psych ward and saying she's depressed or something, she's not going to get cleared to fight. You got to go in for a physical, and part of the physical is a mental evaluation. So if you're saying you're depressed and you're feeling a kind of way, they're not going to clear you. How you going to go in the ring to fight and you aren't 100% mentally? So yeah, you can get the doctor or whatever to have you pull from a fight by just saying, hey, we don't clear this person to participate in the boxing event. It ain't hard. A lot of people have done it. Says, I don't think it's color motivated. It's big mouth energy they want to shut down. You know what, Lady London, man, I think I agree with you, you know. This thing about the big mouth, the attitude, slapping Alicia. I did a video earlier, and I think a lot of y'all may have watched that video because there were people asking me if they were trying to call into the video. And I did the video and set it up to air like 3 hours after I did it because I was out and about. You know, I wasn't even at home with the video. You know, a lot of times when these videos, you'll see these videos air, unless I'm live, man, my ass I'm not even at the house. I'm all over the place. So I'll do some of the videos like the day prior or earlier that day, and I'll set them up to air later, you know. So that I talked about it in that video. You know, I talked about all that crap in that video. You're going at Layla, Alicia, disrespecting everybody, family members chiming in, people from the past who knew you chiming in, and they're talking about everything. There's a lot going on, you know what I'm saying? So if K backs out, Claressa will be doomed. Yeah, but I don't think K Scott will back out. Yeah, I don't think K Scott will back out. If anyone were to back out here, you know, to be honest with you, even if Claressa wanted to back out, I think they would convince her to not back out because they want to get paid. Everybody wants to get paid. So she may go through with the fight. So because she's going to do what she's told. But, you know, I think if anyone were to back out, it'll be Claressa, but I doubt she does. Yeah, they need you're going to be gone in the breeze. Hell yeah. Her back injury is going to be her excuse. Yo, NY Aries, that's a good point. The back issue. I want to see what happens with that. That's a whole video in itself right there. I need to make a note of that. So tomorrow, after I come back from the gym and train my son, that yeah, you got her good last video. Yeah. That I need to do a video on that. Claressa and the mysterious back injury. And I'll come up with a funny thumbnail for that. You know, some people can say, oh, it's just some freaky deaky sex. Somebody that went out there, man, and, you know, made her nose bleed. Now her back, she got pain in the back. I don't know about all that. But what I can tell you is, for her to start talking about her back and pain and discomfort, that just seemed to be more of a preemptive strike of what's to come. You know what I'm saying? She could all of a sudden pull a Conor McGregor and shit. Could you imagine Claressa Shields in there warming up, hitting the mitts, then on her way to the ring, start kind of nursing that shoulder and favoring that shoulder, then get in the ring and throw the first hook or something, and all of a sudden she's jumping around and holding her shoulder? She may pull a Conor McGregor. But Conor McGregor threw that fight last night, didn't he? What was nothing wrong with his goddamn knee? That bastard went out there, man, and got paid 16, 20, what did he get, 20 million, 16 million? For a few seconds. He knew what he was doing. Ass didn't want to fight. He ain't want to fight. He just wanted to get that money. Because all that warming up he was doing, he was looking like goddamn Kung Fu Joe, looking like Karate Man. You know what I'm saying? The man was in there looking like Conor McGregor Chan. You know what I'm saying? Got in the ring, threw that goddamn kick, and just started flopping. I said, get the hell out of here. Claressa may pull that same shit. You just don't know. She can't pull out. She broke. She needs the money. Oh, yeah, she gonna get in that ring. That's so Claressa. Says, I definitely said that at first it was a Chandler type of, a chandelier type of night. I hear you. The Nigerian Nightmare. What's up with your Nigerian Nightmare? They laughing, huh? No, I'm serious, man. I mean, I can see Claressa getting in the ring, and it's just, I can see her studying Conor McGregor. The shit talk, she does that. Get all the attention on her. She's able to ascertain that. And then, you know, on the conference, talking shit, hyping up the crowd, hyping up everybody. Claressa can do that. and then get in the ring, and all of a sudden her shoulder goes out. Or maybe her ankle, maybe her knee goes out. You know what I'm saying? Maybe she falls down in the ring and shit. Man, please. The goddamn knee went out. Papoose, come on here and get me. A little boo thing. Get your ass over here, Papoose. And they're trying to interview Big GWOAT. So tell us what happened. You got down to 160 pounds. You seem to be in tip-top shape, the best shape of your life. What transpired? Where did it all go wrong? Well, you know, I went to Flint, Michigan. Let me stop. I'm not making no jokes tonight. I ain't making no jokes. I'm not making no jokes. I'm not making no jokes. God forgive me. This ain't the time for Hood Champion to be making jokes. I'm sorry. I'm not going to make any goddamn jokes tonight. I'll make them tomorrow, okay? Not right now. We're serious business right now. You understand? We're serious business right now. Serious business, okay? Hood Champion, be serious. Just be serious. Man, please, bullshit. Oh my God, man. It says she getting her reason ready for why she does a knockout kick. Yeah, she getting something ready, man. You know, she getting something ready. Anyway, man, what the hell going on here with this damn telefono and shit? You know what I'm saying? Put on the low power mode and shit. Damn telefono not ringing and shit, man. All right. There's a photo. Somebody sent me a photo or something. Oh, yeah. Okay, I know who that is. Anyway, man, 929-839-0679. We got 400 people on here. I should have at least, the amount of people who come through here, I should have 800 likes. Y'all telling me that 490 y'all watching me, and all of y'all who haven't hit the like button can't just go ahead and take a deep breath and hit that like button for me? Man, please, bullshit. Man, hit that like button. And go ahead and call in, man. If the phone rings, I stay on. If not, I've been on here in 9 minutes, it'll be 3 hours. Then I'm gonna be up and away. It says, hold your horses, go and take it to the stupid, huh? Yeah, y'all like them jokes and shit, man. It says today exactly she has to split the purse. Yeah, it's crazy. That purse splitting is what it is, man. It is what it is. You broke it down. Yeah, earlier I did. Yeah, thank you, Rhonda. Thank you. Yeah. Okay, cool. Nah, I appreciate it. It's gonna be interesting though, you know what I'm saying? It really is. Lovejoy says, I laugh so hard when you do that. Yeah, but I'm not making nothing up, you know what I'm saying? That's what she said. I pay attention. It's like I have certain fixations and I have certain things I said. So it's easy for someone with a sense of humor to be like, hey, Hood Champion. I got a raspy voice. You know, they can make fun of the raspy voice. Little things I say, little nuances I do. You know, everybody has a little shit about them. And when they're in front of a camera all the time, you know, observers will pick it up. So I picked that shit up about her, and that's the one thing, that man, please shit. And you know what? She was, you know, I really caught on to that because she was typing it in the comments of my videos. You know what I'm saying? Man, please. And every single comment, and it wasn't even from her profile. And I was like, that's goddamn Claressa. Then she was hitting me up from her profile. She wasn't even hiding earlier. I was like, Claressa, she was over here talking shit. This is, I'm talking back in like September, October, November last year. Then eventually we had the interview, and then she went to the burner accounts, you know. So somebody must have told her, hey, look, don't even go on anybody's channel. But she can't stay away, so she started going to the burner accounts. And she'll be over here. But one thing I'll say is, nobody over here is making light of any of the unfortunate circumstances, because we all have respect on this channel when it comes to those kind of things. But the discussion is more around the drama, man. You know what I'm saying? It's around that. No one over here is trying to be disrespectful to the unfortunate circumstance. It's just the drama. And it's worth being talked about. It's worth being discussed. Because it's like yesterday, we just sitting here having a normal life. No one woke up yesterday expecting to hear all this. You know what I'm saying? So anyone who's like, oh, you guys are talking, yeah, we're talking about it. That's what we do. Get out of here. Because y'all listening, that's what gets me. And someone's like, why are you guys talking about it? Why the fuck are you listening? You know what I'm saying? Go scratch your ass in a corner somewhere. Get out of here. Talking about why y'all talking about her, or why y'all listening. Why y'all talking about this fighter, why y'all listening. Why y'all talking about this actor or this musician, whatever. So why you listening? Get out of here. You in your neighborhood, your nice neighborhood. Over here where we live, everything nice. The house is nice. Everything, big ass house. Everybody out here is okay. But there are some people over here smoking little devil's lettuce. I'm talking about people, man, that got real dough. Let me tell you, they out here smoking the devil's lettuce, just like the people from the goddamn hood. And these are people out here, man, with $1 million cribs. But what I'm getting at is, man, you get a person who, because that shit be carrying. I go outside sometimes, like, what the, over here? But got some neighbors. Someone's over here. Yeah, they're smoking. What do you call that shit? A little, it had me laughing, what he said. I forgot what he called it. I never heard it referred to that way. You have a little, damn, I forgot what he called it. But anyway, he's talking about weed and shit. But it's what the hell did he call it? It had me cracking up. But it's like, my man, go your ass in the house, you know what I mean? Ready to call the cops on who? You know what I mean? Get out of here. Go talk to people or just stay in your house, man. That shit's legalized all over. Most places, that shit's legal anyway, man. People are smoking weed all over the place. Get out of here. I don't smoke. I don't drink. I've never smoked weed. I've never smoked cigarettes, nothing. I used to take a little drink back in the day. Everybody knows it. It's been 16 years since I've taken a drink. But, I don't knock anybody who does it. I mean, they legalizing weed. So obviously, it can't be all that bad, It says collard green. Yeah, the collard greens and shit. I hear that. That cracks me up. Yeah, I'm being real, man. Kiefer. Nah, he called it a little, you got a little, he didn't call it no hash. He didn't call it no reefer. He called it, I forgot, but I laughed hysterically. I was like, I've never heard that shit. But, he's my homeboy, man. He's a white guy and shit. So it's one of some shit, that, you would never hear in them circles that I've been in. But we laughed our asses off, man. My son would probably know, because we were laughing. We laughed all day about that. Now, not Green, man. Not Green. He's something else. They may have a card. Oh, yeah, there's a lot of people. There's a lot of people who have those cards out here. Yeah, there's a lot of veterans out here. If I want, I can get it. You know what I'm saying? Because I got my own little issues and shit. You know what I mean? I got my own little things. I can fly off the handle. Hood Champion ain't as much of a consummate professional as y'all may think I am. I got some Sesame Street in my ass, but I never done any drugs and I don't want to. But yeah, I can go and have it prescribed to me. Yeah, it's simple, easy. But I don't want to put that shit in my system. I don't want nothing to do. I've never done it. I don't want to know. You know what I mean? I'd rather go run. I'd rather exercise. You know what I'm saying? If I ever feel like I'm about to go Al Capone all the way out here, let me go hit the gym. Let me go up there and hit the heavy bag. I'll stay 3 hours in the boxing gym. Whatever. Till when I come out, I just want to go home, take a shower, lay my ass down, drink water, and lay down. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, I know how to manage what little bit of anxiety, a little bit of whatever anger flare up I could have. You know what I'm saying? If I didn't manage it, I probably wouldn't be here right now. So you gotta know how to manage it. I have a card for 5 years. Okay, yeah, a lot of people do. Nah. I know Sticky Icky and all that, but nah. I forgot what he called it, but it was funny as hell. I just know I laughed. He didn't call it a little brush, a little shrub. You have a little shavings. So you have a little, fuck, man, I forgot what he said. But it was something like a little. Yeah, he's like, nah, dude. They have a little shrub, a little shake is what he called it. Hey, he said, yeah, people over here, yeah, they're smoking a little shake. Yeah, I can smell it. Someone out here, they're smoking a little shake. And I was like, shake? I was like, what the hell is that? He's like, reefer? I was like, shake? He's like, yeah, come out here. I can smell it. I can smell it. Someone's smoking a little shake. I was like, I've never heard that. That's what he called it, shake. SHAKE. And I laughed my ass off, man. Says, it's clear I can go, Hood. I hear that. Not ganja. Yeah, come on now. I would know. I ain't gonna forget ganja. I mean, come on now. I know about ganja and all them things, man. All them fucking island things. I know that. But it was shake. He called it shake. I've never heard that. I've never, ever heard anybody refer to it as that. It's crazy. Shake is the shit at the bottom of the sack. Oh, but that's what he was saying. Yeah, somebody out there smoking. Yeah. Hey, dude, someone's out here smoking a little shake. I said, what? He said, yeah, reefer. Yeah, they're out here smoking a little shake. We need to call the authorities, escalate this situation to the authorities and get them in here. I'm like, man, you better take your ass back in the house, man. Worrying about who out here doing something in their crib. You crazy, man? And, get out of here. We nice ass neighborhood. Everybody hit 3-4 car garage and shit. 4,000 to 6,000 square foot homes. Get your ass out of here. Worry about somebody smoking a little shake. Man, you better go your ass in the house, man. Leave people alone. Ain't nobody bothering anyone. And it's not like there's some shit out on the corner in some urban environment with violence and crime and prostitution and barrels of garbage burning on the corner. The dog biting the cat. That's not what's going on out here. People out here chilling. They go out in their porch. What he said, burn a little shake. They go out there and puff on that damn devil's lettuce, and that's it. I knew a guy that used to sell the shake to the crackheads, or he'd give it away to the girls in the neighborhood when he broke the pound down. That's crazy. Yeah, but if it was meth, he'd probably join in. Yeah. Oh yeah. You never know with these people, man. These people are crazy. Says, what you say when Kay says, shit's actually hilarious. It was worth the wait, cracking the F up. Yeah, that's what it was. I knew I would get to it. I knew it was something like shrub something. I remember, yeah, shake. Yeah, I never heard of that. It says old snitch, yeah. Anyway, man, that phone ain't ringing no more. I've been out here for 3 hours. He can file a nuisance complaint. Yeah, they should just go and put a foot in his ass. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, Home Depot, adios, get up out of here. That's why I don't anymore. I thought I was having a stroke as well. Oh, okay, yeah. 5 years. Okay, good. I'm glad to hear that you were able to, discontinue that. Hood, what block of Sesame Street you live on? I'm living on a nice block of Sesame Street over here. Matter of fact, they're expanding the neighborhood right now, putting in like 3 more phases. So I'm actually Monday. I called last week. I'm calling again. I'm seeing about getting another crib over there right now, and then this one I may turn to an Airbnb or just sell it. That's what I'm looking to do. That way I ain't got nobody talking about who's over there smoking the shake and shit. Whatever that means. That being said, y'all keep cool, man. I appreciate everybody supporting the channel. For those who send cash apps, I appreciate it. For those who send them, once we end the live and I wake up in the morning and I see somebody send $1, $10, $20, whatever, yeah, I appreciate it. I'm telling you. All that doesn't make me want to come back and do live because we on here for 3 hours chilling. Everybody know I'm retired, but if y'all give me a little bit of money, it almost come like a part-time job. And I'm like, damn, I get paid to do this shit? People enjoy it. So that just means you enjoy the humor, enjoy the calls. And you guys make the live pop, probably more than me because of your calls and stuff. So I really appreciate you. But I'm going to go out there and relax. Maybe smoke a little shake. Man, please. Take my ass to bed and go hit that gym in the morning. Y'all keep cool, all right?